Yeah, what's good, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk, where, as always, if shit's spilled, we talk about it. I'm your host for tonight, Pat Scope, the New England representative, and as always, I got my man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Peace. Oh shit, I'm fucking gone. Yo, I'm thinking it's the end of this shit. Hey nigga, hey, what it do, man? Shuttleworth the God, aka the Go Artist, aka Lauderdale Boss, LB. You know what it is, man. RingGameRadio.com in the building. El Capitan, world still out. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Ring gang in the house forever and always. And as always, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey yo, what's good? You know who this is? Your boy King People. They got box in the building. Ring Gang Radio all day. Let's go. So you're asking, you want to know who's banned?
Well, of course.
Fucking Mike. If Michael Brantley from the fucking Houston Astros doesn't get a hit and win me some money, he gonna get banned. But I gotta wait a couple more innings. So, but let me see. Oh, who's banned? Okay, I'll tell you exactly who's banned. Anybody that said that they would take dinner with Jay-Z over 500K, you are banned, because even Jay-Z said today, I would take the money. And that should have always been the fucking choice. So if you choose dinner with Jay-Z, you are banned.
You should never been inside. You should have never been inside in the first place.
Yeah,
for real.
Stupidity.
And I'm a Jay-Z. Yeah, I'm a host then. But whatever. That's such a dumb conversation.
You see how wild that nigga's hair is? What the fuck am I gonna sit there and look at this nigga and talk to him for? Nigga, like, give me the money, yo. Fuck
Especially now. What the fuck could he tell me now? How to be on some damn? How to be a puppet for these crackers? Man, fuck that shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Nigga,
how could not get Kaepernick his job back in the NFL? Like,
nigga trying hard to be bohemian. Nigga needs to.
Yeah, like, dude, like, chill with that Erykah Badu shit, nigga.
Yeah, still have whiskers like a rat, nigga.
I know. Compared to Beans, you know the rest.
But no, this ain't the Jay-Z. No, we can save that for the record, because but yeah, no, Jay, Jay needs to call. I mean, Jay's, that whole thing with niggas that actually want to talk to Jay rather take the money. Y'all niggas is stupid, and Jay says you're stupid.
The spin-offs have actually been better than that shit. Like the shit niggas talking about dinner with Boosie or 5 racks or something. Like, at least niggas is having realistic, like, there ain't nobody in the world. You'd have to start bringing niggas back to life for me to start even considering taking a dinner with somebody
right
over 500K. Like, you know what? Dinner with Jesus Christ and Tupac, nigga.
Yeah.
Or a Starbucks gift card, like really, nigga? Like,
but motherfuckers are stupid out here, yo. But I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Let's fly. Conscious Pod, the West Coast Avenger, #1 contender. Let's fly. Ring It Radio. That's where we're going. Let's get it,
sir. Conscious Pod stays elevating above the clouds. You dig, man? So yeah, man. We had a couple of fights this past weekend, and one that we gotta definitely give some vitriol to, because we don't know what the fuck was all this shit is about. Of course, we're talking about Jack Catterall and Jorge Linares. Well, first of all, I was already, like, before that, I mean, number one, the card itself was not good. It was the typical, like, Eddie has lost his touch on the UK side in terms of building an actual undercard, at least, for his...
I dread his cards now.
Yeah, the UK cards are fine, but the Mexico cards, which we'll get into a little bit later, those are still fire, because the motherfucker, for whatever reason, can find the hardest fucking...
Nah, we're not gonna give him credit for that. We're gonna give credit to the Mexicans who busting their ass, throwing hands on them cards. Like, I felt like anybody could go to Mexico and make a good card. Like, he ain't gonna get props for that shit.
I mean, it's his only consistent card series now, nigga.
I mean, but hold on, he's a promoter. We giving this nigga credit for something he's supposed to be average at least.
I mean, you right.
Damn, is this nigga okay? Like, nigga, like, I think he about to choke on sunflower seeds.
I mean, with him, because with the Mexican cards, I mean, I don't remember any mid one. So I mean, he has a touch with them. That's what I'm saying. I give him props for that one. Whereas
nigga, that's because it's Mexico. Like, can he do that shit in another country? He ain't doing it in his own. Like, Mexico is like, it's like, come on, Mexico is like a fucking boxing haven. Like, any nigga should be. Yeah, exactly. It's like a cheat code. Like, you literally just said well, I'm sure he could be Contra with the game genie. Like, yeah, duh. Like, the fuck? Like, we giving him props for putting on an entertaining card in Mexico. Like, that hasn't been done before. Like, fuck this nigga, man. No. Step up them goddamn boring-ass UK. Nah, I'm just pissed off. Everybody getting it tonight. Step up them fucking boring-ass UK cards, nigga.
Yeah.
Got me planning my whole afternoon around your shit.
Yeah, and then we all, like I said, it's one of those things. Like, I mean, obviously we knew what the undercard was going to be like, but we at least thought, okay, you know, Catterall, who we did put respect on, you know, we do think. I mean, obviously, you know, he was known for getting robbed against Josh Taylor, and we all thought he won that damn fight, you know, anything like that, and we all sympathized. And then, you know, the fight he had after that, dude performed like, you know, like he was still hungry.
No more respect on this motherfucker's name. Fuck Jack Cataracts.
Man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like we put mad respect on his name, and then he gives us a goddamn non-performance. Like, yeah, you could say he won 117, 111, all that, but at the end of the day, he had a 2023 version of Linares. And never really tried to hurt him or get him out of
there. He hurt him once, and that was kind of by accident.
He did it twice.
He hurt him twice.
But he hurt him twice, yeah.
Twice, yeah.
Just twice, but I mean, he didn't drop him. He didn't.
That's what I'm saying. It was accident hurts. Like, he was like, oh shit, we boxing. Oh, I think I nicked you there. Like,
yeah, that's why I'm thinking. Like, Linares is 38 years old. He's lost his last 3 fights. Like, this was supposed to be the showcase fight, so we can take you. So okay, you ready? Okay, let's go after Taylor or some shit like that. Instead, because you respected this motherfucker so much, you stayed in first gear, and even in fucking the rounds that even after he hurt Linares at the end of these rounds, he didn't jump on dude in the next fucking round, which was baffling. Like that one knockdown, and he has the power to knock Linares down. It doesn't take much to knock Linares down. He's been down plenty of times.
How the hell you gave a 38-year-old blown up featherweight coming to 140 way too small, and you gave him way too much respect? You would have thought he was in the ring with Regis Prograis with the respect that he was giving it.
I'm saying, like, you know,
I don't want to see. I don't want to see, and I don't want to see Catterall in another fight that matters anymore. Fuck it. I'm sorry. Like,
I'm kind of good. Like, yo, man, like, boxing. I feel myself watching less and less boxing each year because of shit like this. Like, yes, it's been a great year of boxing, but when you have your showcase fight, nigga, showcase. You didn't show me anything. You just made a case for me not watching you. Bars.
Yeah, facts. So and it's worse because the dude is clearly talented, but he showed Linares way too much. And the 38-year-old Linares too much respect, and he didn't take himself out of first gear. Like, yeah, like, I mean, sweet sciencing is cool, whatever. You want to do it with Josh Taylor, fine, we respect that. But not with a 38-year-old Linares.
Yeah,
like,
that's what
I'm saying. It's like he was more aggressive with Josh Taylor and the other guy he fought than Linares. It's like, is Linares your hero? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Well, I mean, they were kind of chummy before all that shit, my nigga. Like they were like
too fucking chummy, bro. Like, calling this man a legend? Like, legend of what? Like, who this nigga beat to become a legend?
And I know we had our disagreements, but I don't think Jorge Linares is a Hall of Famer in any sense of the word. Like,
I don't think so either. Shit, who said he was a Hall of Famer?
Nigga, there's some. I mean, DAZN.
Oh yeah. The dumbass niggas on Twitter. Yeah, I forgot about.
Yeah, Twitter and DAZN was really pushing that angle on this nigga.
Get the
and I'm like,
fuck
okay,
out of here. Shout out to this nigga King P with that damn poll topic today, just to
because I was
put
like,
shit in perspective.
This motherfucker doesn't even have a better career than Sean Porter, but 3 divisions, but 4 times.
Fuck out of here. I see that shit because it's funny because I was at the park training somebody and I seen the text. I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh shit. Yeah, this nigga spitting. Motherfucker really got to do this poll. Cause like I get the 3 weight classes, but if you don't have not one decent name, and see, I mean, 4 people come in there and be like, hey, yo, don't you be saying that shit about Crawford? The difference is what Crawford is, and I'm talking about pre-Spence. With Crawford, he's fought at least some strong B-level names and beat them. It was always the elite guys we worried about with Crawford. But at least he got some strong B level guys out there. You know, the Gamboas, the Postals, the damn Ricky Burns, them niggas, the Beltrans, like them niggas, like okay. But Linares don't have no win on those levels.
Dude got blasted out, paused by Antonio DeMarco, the same DeMarco that Broner put a whipping on. And yet some people would say, oh, well, Linares has a better career than Broner. Yeah, okay.
I mean, DeMarco is a respectable loss. You know,
DeMarco is a respectable loss, but like DeMarco beat the shit out of him, got him out of there, like packed him up quickly. Whereas you saw
getting his ass kicked the whole fucking
night. Look, it wasn't like it was one side. Like Linares was putting his foot in DeMarco's ass, but
that's a loss. That's a hard loss to accept. Like you're not like the beating he put on DeMarco. If you'd have won that fight, people would have said like he kind of ruined this prospect contender or whatever.
Right.
If he would have won that fight, but the fact that dude came back and like niggas ain't supposed to come back from those type of like shellackings, bro. Like
absolutely.
Respectable loss or not, like it's how he lost. Like it would have been better if you'd have just got dominated the whole fight.
Yeah, like and funny thing is too is like and that's the whole story of Linares. Like Linares has these weird losses. I still remember how much of an uproar it was when dude lost his 0 in Japan against Juan Carlos Salgado. Like that was a horrible loss. Like I don't know what Linares might have been smoking rocks nuts that day. And then on the and I remember because I bought this pay-per-view on Canelo and Canelo and why am I forgetting the fucking name?
I mean, dude got knocked out in like what was it, a round or two by Sergio Thompson?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, exactly. I remember I watched that whole card, nigga.
All y'all keep naming is the niggas who knocked him out. Like, who the fuck is he beating?
That's my point. That's my point. And people
don't bring up no damn cars and shit.
And people will try to say there's a reason why I did this poll because the pause. Because people will try to act like Sean Porter ain't shit, yada yada. You know what I'm saying? He lost his biggest fights. He's a good loser, yada yada. Even though he's a 2-time champion, and his win against Danny is better than any Linares win. And
nigga, his win against Paulie Malignaggi is better than any Linares win.
He's got Devin Alexander and Danny Garcia wins are better than any Linares win. Come on, easily. Let's put things in perspective. To me, Linares has always been, and I'm not trying to disrespect the guy, but there's always been fighters that I've looked at where they are, I like to say, smoke and mirrors. Like they look good, they have all that talent, but then all this talent, but then when you
practice game,
when you look at
Linares looks like offensively a great boxer aesthetically. Not saying I'm just saying he has a pretty style palms, like
Yeah, no, Linares can box. He has a talent, but like I said, the dude because he's lost to people he's not supposed to lose to one too many times like this, and then his wins are like I said, they're on a lower B level, C plus level in terms.
Nah, nigga, name one B level guy Linares beat.
I mean, we had this conversation before, my nigga. Oscar
No. I mean, because I can't remember.
Oscar Larios is one of them, bro. Like, I mean,
oh fuck. Okay, I forgot. Old ass Oscar Larios.
Unless you want to say Luke Campbell, and I don't even think he won that fight. So
Luke Campbell, I mean, I thought he won, but it's one of those. It's not a robbery, but I could see it's like Haney Loma. Like either dude could have won that fight, and if that's your fucking shining moment, like because Loma beat the shit out of damn Luke Campbell, but Luke Campbell still had gave him a hard fight, but.
Because I think Linares' really best wins came much earlier in his career, like definitely pre DeMarco. Like his better wins, like the ones the ones you're supposed to win when you're coming up in the game.
Like Rocky Juarez, like the Juarez fight.
I don't think he ever fought Rocky Juarez.
That's what I'm saying. You had me. I'm like, nigga, like Rocky Juarez is somebody whose career I didn't see. Like,
I know. Like I know
he's NBC. Like.
No, he fought Rocky Juarez. That's what it is. He fought him.
Hey man, somebody fucking box wreck that shit.
Back in 2010, I'm literally googling it right now. I'm on box rec right now.
No, I'm pretty sure he did.
Oh, he did, didn't he?
Oh wow, fuck.
I must have.
Juarez is kind of watch, but still, I guess
Yeah, I must have forgotten the fuck out of that fight.
I forgot about that fight. But I'm saying, like, and Rocky Juarez is that dude. Shout out to Rocky Juarez, but like, let's kind of be. He said, "Hold on, hold on, wait, my bad, yo. Checking in with the chat. What up, Dice? What it do first? Android, what it do? Cause Linares is one of those guys that looks super sharp on the mitts and sport. Yeah, I mean, King P alluded to that because he said that smoke and mirrors. What up, Dice? Linares equals lightweight Chisora. and you know what? I don't even know about that because I feel like Chisora might have.
Chisora is sturdier than Linares.
Yo, I might have to make some time to watch the Juarez Linares fight. I'm thinking myself,
nigga, yo, me too, yo.
Because I'm trying to think where did that I mean, because it happened on Diaz Juan Manuel Marquez card, the first fight. It was on that.
Motherfucker, how did I not see that? Like, dope, that fight was amazing.
I don't remember that had Danny Jacobs and Perron and all that shit. I'm trying to think. I don't remember that fight.
I don't, dude. You know what it was? Linares just had one of those busy type performances, and Rocky Juarez followed him around trying to throw that left hook. And so when we saw it the one time, our mind was already like categorized it to like, okay, this is the typical Rocky Juarez loss, and we forgot about it.
And Dice, I'm not going to give Linares the Chisora comparison because I've already said that Hank Lundy is our American Chisora. So,
facts.
Oh shit!
Yeah, but
I feel like you gotta get you gotta name to compare him to Chisora. You gotta name somebody who's like a fan favorite because them motherfuckers love Chisora over there.
Hell yeah!
But damn, Linares. Okay, Oscar Larios and Rocky Juarez. Okay, those are two B names, B level fighters.
I mean, I guess you could say Corolla, but Corolla's kind of like a C.
Corolla C, bro. It's C level.
Corolla, Toyota Corolla. Seriously, that's a C minus. What are you talking about?
I'm looking back. How about Gesta? You beat Gesta.
Yeah,
C5.
He did. Yeah. Gesta's like B level.
I mean, you don't have anything close to an A.
But yeah, the thing is this: his A level
and all his B levels are like borderline.
Yeah, and that's what Linares is. Unfortunately, in terms of his career, is like, I mean, he does like, I mean, honestly, I mean, he was close to beating Lomachenko, which would have been his elite win.
He dropped Lomachenko.
Close to beating a lot of niggas.
He did drop Lomachenko and hurt Haney. That's kind of his claim to fame the past 5 years. like
yeah, exactly.
And if Pate goes so hard with the Oscar Larios, I completely forgot about this nigga.
Well, I no reason why, because I told you before, Doug, I've mentioned that fight before because he gave the nigga a brain bleed. So that's the whole thing.
No, I remember that fight more than the Juarez fight. That's the crazy part.
That one. I'm gonna have to run that back because I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on that one.
Dude, because it was a typical performance from both guys. You know, there's certain boxers where you don't have to see every single one of their fights to know how it happened. Especially if it's matched up with a guy that you kind of know how he fights. And I'm telling you, that stuff. I could remember more from Rocky Juarez and Chris John than motherfucking Linares and damn Juarez. Like, that shit literally came and went. And you had Jacob's program. You had so many better fights that night. Like, we literally just said, yo, fuck this fight, nigga. Like,
yeah, no, that's probably why. Honestly, what it might have been.
Yeah, it was a fuck this fight, bro. Like, seriously, like it sounds good on paper, but it probably was good for like maybe 4 or 5 rounds. And do you realize, Rocky Juarez ain't throwing enough punches, and Larios, ain't gonna really put the hurting on dude, but he'll put hands on him, but he ain't gonna put the hurting. So. Yeah, it is what it is. And Rocky Juarez is tough anyway. So
Rocky Juarez is a tough motherfucker. And one of the worst cases of someone not being a world champion when he clearly should have been on 2 occasions.
Dog, I ain't gonna lie, the Barrera fight, that shit kind of broke my heart, yo. Like, I'm trying to think.
And the Chris John fight broke. I was like, what? Because I hated Chris John more than anything at that time. Like, there was no. I don't say how niggas all judges scored that shit a draw. Like, nah, nigga, like, get the fuck out of here.
Like, that was crazy. Like Rocky Juarez is one of those dudes I was just hoping so bad he win a fucking title. Like, oh god,
yeah, because he deserved that shit. Like, I mean, bro, had too much. Like,
yo,
dude, yeah, I don't.
You remember that fight he had on NBC where I think he was fighting some guy who was like a manager of a pizza place or whatever. He had his own business. I think Antonio something and he was losing. It was a close fight, but at the end,
Antonio Diaz. I put that as my that must be Antonio Diaz. I put that as one of the knockouts on the IG like a while ago. You're talking about
okay, yeah, Antonio Diaz. Yes.
Yeah.
That
was a brutal fucking knockout too.
Brutal fucking knockout. That nigga nose was done. That shit turned into goddamn like Mr. Potato Nose. Like that shit.
If I think just the example, like I said, we're like for fighters like that, where Linares, we're like, you know, like he's a 3-division champion, but he has these wins. Whereas a fucking Rocky Juarez, we can remember shit like that. Like, you know, it's
yeah.
I
hate to say it, but damn, it almost shows that it ain't always about the belts and the weight climbing.
Yeah, and like I mean, I can't shit on Linares. Like, Linares, he survived. Like, you know, like you couldn't tell him to fucking lay down from Catterall. That's what just made it disappointing, you know. But it's just like Catterall was calling out, you know, Taylor calling him a shit house and all this shit like this. But it's like, where's the interest now? Who's the fuck's gonna want to? I mean, I don't even blame if Taylor decided he's like, yeah, fuck this fight. I wouldn't blame him. Like, you know,
I wouldn't blame him because there's like no buzz, and it's like I'm thinking Catterall is gonna just, and you know what, Catterall kind of got tagged a little bit too much on occasion sometimes.
He did.
Like I wasn't really feeling that. I'm like, dude, like you letting this old nigga stick around, like jump on him and get rid of this dude already. Like what the fuck? Like you, like Pilot said, you hurt him by accident and shit. This ain't a damn accident fight, motherfucker. Y'all signed it. Y'all here, like.
He was trying to counter and find this, and it wasn't happening. Like he never pressed the issue, like you said, LB. He never went past the first gear. Like you should have.
Yeah, like
on the gas.
Like initiate counters. Don't just wait for a complete counter. Like God damn, that shit frustrating.
You got an old super feather, and you can't even get the guy out. I don't know. That was such a whack performance, man. Like I don't want to.
It wasn't like a Regendow boring ass performance, but knowing
close enough.
Close enough,
yeah. And knowing that the guy, you're facing a guy who's a blown up super featherweight who's been knocked out plenty of times, it almost is worse than a Regendow performance. Because I'm sure Regendow would have damn like chin checked the chinny ass nigga in 12 rounds.
This was mid-tastic.
Mid-tastic.
I don't want to see Catterall versus Hitchens. I don't, you know, and I'm sure that's something we're going to see, but I don't need to see that shit. I don't need to see that.
Yeah, I'm kind of good right now. Like that shit.
Well, I mean, I'll take that for.
It's a realistic fight. That's probably going to happen.
Bitches will send it back to Euromania.
Yeah. Whack Midderall. Like nigga, I'm good on that.
Yeah, like I mean, I know Linares also announced his retirement today, and hopefully he does stay retired. Because, like I said, man, 4 straight losses in a row. You're 38. If you say you don't need the fight anymore, don't fight, bro. Like, you know, just be satisfied with your accolades. You're a 3-division champion. You don't need to fight anymore. Like, you don't want to become like a stepping stone, getting Eddie's stepping stone paydays and shit. Like, nah.
Yeah, like, you got lucky. You faced Catterall, who didn't seem to really want to take vengeance for the UK. Like,
yeah, but I think they liked each other too much. That was the problem. Too much respect before the fight, and then in the fight. So it was just like, yeah, Linares needed to. Yeah, it took the spice out of the fight, especially, you know, on Catterall's side, who had all the advantages in the world. But
Spice, niggas fought like the Spice Girls. Fuck out of here. Like, God damn, I don't know. That shit just irked me because it's like, you know how sometimes you just want a good little Saturday afternoon fight, and like, I feel like we didn't get one, and I'm just like,
sure the fuck did not. Like, you know,
like, if I could walk down this, if I could go to the park and niggas would throw up more hands than these niggas, like for free, like the fuck,
right?
Oh, hold on, Android. I see. No joke. Linares might have single-handedly lowered the boxing IQ of a generation of teak fuckers. Where Linares stayed and trained for years. I bet Chinaras didn't even retire. I don't need to see Kitty Cat again. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm like, yo, Linares. I'm like, I ain't even trying to be disrespectful, but I'm just good, yo. Like,
it was just a fight we expected. A whole lot of even put money on this shit because it looked like a very short thing. And you know, like I said, if Catterall had actually been it was constantly like put his foot on the gas and was like, yeah, nigga, I'm gonna knock you out, and Linares survived. Then okay, that just happened. That means Linares was focused that day and not getting getting his ass beat, and Catterall was just couldn't get him out of there no matter what he did. So I wouldn't even mind that, but it just like it left a real bad taste in my mouth. And I know LB, disgusted, and I know everyone else was disgusted. I know Twitter was highly disgusted, my nigga. So it's like
I couldn't even really go through Twitter after the fight. Like I just had to just just turn the TV
and
off.
even the Brit fans couldn't even prop it up. I didn't see no Brit fans always, usually the same ones always.
No, they knew it was. They knew it was. I mean, British fans are passionate. They knew what they saw was not it.
Trash.
I mean, I kept seeing, obviously, as we all saw, Josh Taylor just keep on laughing, tweeting, just throwing shots the whole
yeah,
time.
And that's probably the most exciting thing. Just Josh Taylor talking shit about what he saw, like yeah.
And Josh Taylor can't talk too much. Like he could, he could talk like maybe one or two tweets, but nigga chill. Like you lost to this boring fuck. Like.
Fast.
And lost big, and you got your ass whooped, and then you got your ass whooped in the next fight. So it's like,
absolutely,
maybe not. I take that, but maybe you shouldn't be tweeting at all, nigga.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
He lost that fight like bad. I don't know how he was talking that shit.
He got dropped hard too. Like I'm thinking, like, damn, Catterall could land one of those on Linares and walk away like he better be, but no. Let me just. Like, bitch, you don't throw some real punches,
right?
Linares, I like that, yo. Shout out to Chris Brand, like this nigga said Linares. Nah, he was Linares that night because that chin was there, like it held up to the accident hurts.
Yeah, right. I mean, usually he would have gotten cut by those punches either too. He didn't get cut either. Like
that's what I'm saying, dude. This is the most gentle fucking retirement fight of all time.
Yeah,
like if you was asked a boxer like, yo, if you can't win the fight, but it's your last fight and you lose, what's the type of fight you wanted to mimic? I'm like Catterall Linares, nigga didn't get hurt.
Way better fighters that had more brutal endings of their careers, like
you got niggas getting Geese Howarded out the ring and shit. You got motherfuckers getting stomped out like with gloves on, like niggas is Yip Man punched into the corner, like
exactly,
all types of shit. And this fucking patty cake with gloves, like man, you know what because we done because I feel like we'll just shit on this all day.
Yeah, I know. But at least though we had some redemption in the evening with the Golden Boy card. Like the Golden Boy card was before was like I said, we were before. Golden Boy has had a lot of issues with their talent and maintaining them, but for whatever reason, they're always consistent. They always put out a watchable card, and this one was watchable from beginning to the surprising end of the fucking card.
Yeah. Like they saved the zone for that day. They kind of saved boxing for the weekend.
It was the best card I can remember in a while. I don't know. It's the best card at least since what's the last. I guess Charlo, the Charlo pay-per-view one, Charlo Canelo, I guess. I don't know. Like
that don't count. That bullshit.
Yeah.
Y'all giving us a fight we won it 8 years ago. And then
I'm saying the card itself, like from top to bottom, that was probably one of the better cards I can remember.
Yeah, like the undercard itself was fucking, was great. Like you see, Gabriela Frondora put her foot in Mocino's ass, like like seriously put her foot in the ass, and then you get David Stevens, one of their prospects, losing by KO in the first round. And then the Sandoval's fight was a fucking war. And then Scrappy Ramirez and Batista was a good fucking fight. Like, these were all highly entertaining, watchable fights. Like, and like I said, like, there was no real slow spots in any of those fights. Like, they all did what they needed to do.
Yeah, the first round KO Stevens, I was like, oh, this is the guy that fucking did the hemp pill buzzer beater KO, and he gets stopped
on Showbox, yeah. Like,
he gets stopped in the first round. I'm like, oh, goddamn.
That shit. And then he loses, and then he loses by first round KO. It's like poetic justice, But the fucking main event, though, like I said, none of us saw this shit coming with Alexis Rocha and Giovanni Santillan, like honestly, where the fuck did that come from for Santillan? Like honestly, seriously, like
nobody saw that. Nobody saw that.
Yeah, dude was on top rank for a minute. Like every single time that you saw him fight, he was mid. Like he was mid, or he looked like
it always seemed like he could just do more. Like
it was
be
boring
better,
and struggle. Yeah, I mean the DeMarco fight, the Bonet fight. Keep in my mind, I'm like those two. Like it was really boring and chore to get through. I probably went to the
the DeMarco fight wasn't boring. He was just
the DeMarco fight was good, but it just felt like he was behind DeMarco. Like he always he let DeMarco initiate too much.
Mm-hmm.
The Bonet fight too was the one I remember.
Yeah, and dude wasn't stopping anybody, but then he goes on to Golden Boy on this Golden Boy card and beats the fucking shit out of Rocha. Like, where did that fucking come from? And it wasn't like it was from round one. Like, dude, like it was
completely
just like
one-sided. You can't give Rocha a round.
He bloodied his nose in round one.
Yeah, bloodied his nose. Hit him.
I ain't gonna lie, it was up there with Crawford Spence as far as ass whooping. Like, just like nonstop, like a blizzard ass whooping.
Like, spamming the hooks nonstop, left hooks, right hooks, just nonstop.
It was just like what
who the fuck is throwing like 8 right hooks
nonstop, dog? What the fuck?
And I don't know. Maybe we just
land them too though. Like he was landing them. I mean, at that point, I guess I'll be throwing down 15 hooks as well. If I'm landing on them.
We need Rocha's defense wasn't the best. Like, God damn, like that was just.
I actually thought his defense was decent, or maybe I just wasn't really watching closely because I was like, why is he getting hit like this? Like, I mean, is it just the war aspect? Because he was throwing back, but Santillan was just taking the shots. Like he took them, and it wasn't.
No, Santillan was blocking them. He wasn't getting hit flush like that.
No,
he got hit a couple good times, but it was nothing like.
But it wasn't nothing crazy. He wasn't getting hit like he was hitting Rocha.
Yeah. No. I think Rocha caught him with like one good shot, but it was something. It was more like in an exchange.
Yeah.
So it wasn't really like it didn't really send them back because if some niggas just got so much momentum on you and they're just bam, 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 you can land that one good shot and their momentum is so on that one shot don't even really do anything. It's like, oh shit, they just took it and just keep beating your ass. Perfect example is Ricky Hatton Kasazu.
Yeah,
because Kasazu landed.
That's why it's the reason why I never liked Ricky Hatton. That fight broke my fucking heart. I couldn't. I was so pissed at that.
I'm glad because I needed to see him.
Yeah, I'm on the opposite side. I was happy that couldn't have happened to a better person.
Yeah, because Kasazu be dirty as fuck, and they always try to act like, oh, he's boxing. So no, he be wrestling and grappling and elbow, all that shit he did to fucking Shanbei Mitchell. I'm glad Ricky had his ass.
See, that's the thing, because I mean, Shanbei Mitchell, that's the difference, yeah, because he brutalized Shanbei Mitchell twice. Oh no, the first
once. The first fight was like even when that shit stopped, but then the whole zab with there's no crying in boxing.
Yeah,
and then this nigga cries.
There's no crying in boxing.
Yeah, no, yeah. I never liked after that. I never liked Ricky Hatton again after that fight. I never liked him.
I'm glad he got hit in the balls. He hit that motherfucker in the balls. That nigga want to maul. Ricky Hatton mauled. You got a right hand. Fuck your right hand, nigga. Swarm. Like.
Yeah, that shit pissed me off so bad. I was like, "Fuck!"
But you seen how bad Kasazu's face looked after that
fight? Yeah, exactly. He retired after that because that shit was comprehensive.
Bro, it looked like he was in the. I ain't even gonna say it. Niggas gonna be like, "Damn, Jay."
Say it.
He looked like he was in the trunk of the damn car Spence had his accident in, nigga.
Oh,
damn.
Yikes.
Cold-blooded.
He looked that, but Google that fucking picture. If niggas don't believe me. If niggas think it's cap.
He was fucked up.
Oh, no, I know what you're talking about.
That shit. Niggas look like he was like Derevyanchenko Golovkin level. Like,
yeah, he was all fucked up. And then we see Android's comment: Santillan channeled the spirit of Hagler for the night or something. What the fuck? Yeah.
I'm surprised no one was like, test that nigga.
Oh, Oscar was.
Oscar was on his Coke Peacock, like, oh, I never seen him like that before, 15K.
I don't know, like, this the one time Oscar might be on to something, but
yeah, because I know when we're reviewing the Oscar, Santillan was like plus 680, like for like something like around that. Like, dude was a real underdog, and it's not like like I said, because Rocha, at least for, like we actually because he had enough good fights to know we could actually tell where his level was. Where Santillan was like, he wasn't even at that level. He was struggling at a B level, and he puts on an A level performance like that. And that's the weirdest shit. Like,
that's because no one expected it. It was just a complete opposite. Like, well, I felt like he made up for the Catterall performance. Like, he literally was like, okay, y'all niggas wanted to see a knockout, got you. Like, yeah. He dude treated Rocha like he was Linares.
Yeah, it was. In fact, it was just Rocha. Like, he didn't even like. I was like, you're getting bloody, Dick. You're getting tagged. Like, why don't you box dude and stop, like, stop trading with him? Like,
he couldn't get away from dude, bro. Like, that nigga was ultra aggressive. Like, he couldn't, like, Rocha just, like, I guess this is, you know what? This is why it's so important sometimes with certain styles when you start out fast and you push a guy backwards. Because a lot of guys, they get flustered, and Rocha he really couldn't get himself back into the fight. Like, he was just swarmed. And sometimes, I know people be like, oh, Santillan, he might gas out or whatever. But sometimes you beat a nigga ass that bad, like,
it's off adrenaline. It's off adrenaline. He didn't stop. It was relentless.
Yeah.
I think Rocha was always going to go out before Santillan got tired.
Yeah.
He was 3 knockdowns?
Once it was like, when he get dropped the first time, was it the 5th round?
Yeah, it was the 5th round, because he got dropped twice in the 5th round.
But I mean, he felt like by the 3rd, it was like, okay, Rocha's not going to. Rocha was definitely.
And there were just brutal knockdowns too at that. Like, bro was like leaking from his nose, his mouth, like brutal. Like, and then said the last one, like, dude was like sit down like face first and shit. Like, this was just like
that was a brutal ass beating. Yeah, that's up there. That's gotta be a top 3 ass.
It's up there. Hell yeah. I see it on Twitter. Somebody said it's not like, don't compare it to Spence and like, bullshit, nigga. Fuck that. Bullshit. Like, at least Spence, you could somehow maybe give him the first round. Right. At least it seemed like he was in the fight.
The 3rd round, he kind of fought back after getting dropped. So it's like
you know what? Even Spence Crawford was more competitive than this.
Yeah. And
y'all niggas was really getting those Spence, but I hope y'all forget about Spence for a while. Now Rocha's the new, like, god damn, he got that work.
Yeah, like, I mean, Rocha, unfortunately for him, because he was number 1 for the WBO, so he lost his ranking. That's done. That's gone.
Yep.
Damn.
So Santillan put himself in a situation where if Crawford, I don't think Crawford's never going to fight, dude. What?
Yeah.
If Crawford lets go of the WBO belt, Santillan will probably fight for that belt against whoever next. Like,
y'all think Tio got a chance? I'm just thinking.
I wouldn't be surprised if Tio goes up
because Tio WBO champ, top rank shit. You know what I'm saying? Move up to fight.
That's
right. He can actually do that. Tio,
I don't know, man. If the Santillan, the same one from the Rocha fight show up,
the thing is,
I don't know.
I think Rocha and Santillan, they used to spar together a lot coming up, so that was kind of
I think they sparred up until like a year ago too, so they were familiar.
Yeah, they did say that, but they were saying how Rocha was more to like was always like the more inexperienced.
Yeah,
in their sessions.
Sometimes it happens because if you spar somebody more often than not, like, they know all your weaknesses, or
they know everything because they're used to seeing you so many times in sparring. So they kind of get your rhythm down. They know everything what you're capable of. So,
and you know what, that dude probably did the opposite of what he did when he sparred, dude. Mm-hmm. Dude, he probably never jumped on the man like that before.
Yeah, true.
He probably was just averaging like 35, 40 punches. Yeah, we in here. Yeah, Dude, he's like, fuck, this is a real fight, nigga. This for the bag. Like this.
Yeah.
And I don't blame him. Like, shit. Like,
yeah, like,
I mean, a good heat check is good.
Yeah, like Santillan, like, I mean, I'll give him his. I have to give him his props because that was a comprehensive ass whooping. Like,
do y'all think this is like a coming of things that's gonna happen, or is that so out of body experience, like the android said, like it's just gonna be like
that out of body experience.
You know what I mean? Like it's like an anomaly. You're just gonna be like, oh, this guy's actually.
I mean, it depends on who. I mean, if Santillan faces like a live welterweight and he kind of loses, then I'm not gonna hold it against him. But if he fights someone that's lower on a lower level and has performances he'd been having before, then I might think it's an anomaly. Like
yeah.
We definitely need to see him fight again. Like, yeah. Whatever y'all was thinking about Catterall, like, yeah, fuck all that.
No rematch, please. Though I don't need to see a rematch of that fight.
Yeah, no, that didn't deserve a rematch. And like I said, I mean, this is what happens. This time Top Rank came out on top with this one because usually before it's just that Top Rank people will be losing on Golden Boy cards.
And then the Top Rank gangbangers, the Top Rank squad. I don't know if y'all saw it. Oh, Uncle Bob bought him across the street like usual. Like, come on, the fuck out with all that shit. I know they have the blue chip prospects. Come on, like, don't.
I mean, let's put it this way. I mean, if we don't know, because Top Rank has been known to cut fighters if they're not producing the way they think. So Santillan was probably brought because I don't think they had any real think that Santillan would actually that.
Hold on, so you saying he had the Jagba conversation?
I'm positive he probably did because that's why they put him in this fight because
he showed up in Elvis. He was like, "Shit, if I lose, they'll probably cut my ass after."
Yeah.
And he's already been looking mid all this time.
Yeah, and he's been with Top Rank for a minute, so it's like it's either sink or swim time, like they had to. And I know Oscar and Bob are friendly and shit, so it's not like I know they would do something like that, but it's just one of those fights where that wasn't supposed to happen because it cost Oscar big. I mean that's the biggest upset he's had since his matchmaker left the company. Or fired.
That part was fired.
And his matchmaker had a lot to say.
Roberto Diaz, right? I saw that Diaz.
Yep.
Yeah, his matchmaker was talking about, hey, it's more talent to be a matchmaker than what you think because in the last two cards, there have been some crazy. The Golden Boy fighters have been getting upset. Yeah, left and right. So it's like, yeah, that's that's a horrible thing. So, dude had a lot to say. Is like, yeah, Oscar, it's not as easy as you think it is. I mean, the matchmaker is doing his job, as in at least the fights are entertaining. But yeah, you can't have that many upsets happen. And then now this
the matchmaker's matching him too tough. Then
yeah,
for real.
Yeah, because right now we have Ryan Garcia that's fighting on December. Like that, I think that's like the next big Golden Boy fight.
What is it? December 2nd?
Yeah, December 2nd against a tough fucking fighter.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that think that Duarte might beat him.
Yeah, I've seen that, but then I feel like if Garcia starts him out, motherfuckers gonna be like, oh, he's supposed to do that.
Yeah.
I can tell niggas is setting it up.
Moving up.
He's not getting credit.
Yeah, exactly.
For either way, Ryan Garcia is not getting credit. If he loses, I told you he's a fraud. If he wins, you shoot. That's what
he's also a big guy. But I mean, it's gonna be a good fight regardless. So let's hope it's not another upset alert.
Yeah, and then Android says, funny enough, Top Rank didn't even use the ringside account to promote the stoppage. TR is asleep at the wheel. Well, Isn't the person that runs the ringside account not really a boxing fan like that? He's like a casual.
He's the one that
it don't matter, bro. I don't care how big a fan you are.
He got caught up. I don't know what podcast he was on, but he came off on some real dumb shit about boxing tape. I remember that.
Yeah, because I remember he was promoting wrestling more on that shit. I'm like, bro, that's
and his wrestling takes were trash too.
That guy, him.
That guy.
Yo, all his takes were horrible. Like, bro, like a nigga like him shouldn't even be having takes. Just repost the goddamn knockouts. Yeah. Like, I don't care about your opinion. Like, dude, just show the footage. Like, oh my goodness. Like, boxing would be so much bigger if you had the right people in these pivotal roles. But for some reason, the old guard of people, they just have a old school dumbass way of doing shit, and they just let niggas continuously just secondhand play the sport. Like, shit is just mind blowing. Like, you get a upset KO, dominating KO with plenty of knockdowns, and y'all niggas don't even talk about it. Y'all don't post no clips, no nothing. I should be able to go through TikTok and see that shit 20 times. I should be able to go through IG, see that shit 20 times. Like,
I mean, DAZN at least actually put that shit right away. DAZN and Golden Boy, they're individual.
Was it on Golden Boy? It was on Golden Boy's page? Huh.
Yeah. Golden Boy posted that shit quick, and so did DAZN.
Yeah.
So did the actual DAZN one. But you think the Top Rank, Santillan's promoter could actually be posting that shit.
I mean, they came out with the good luck. Top Rank had the good luck going over there. Like nothing after it seemed like. What the fuck?
Yeah, and that's not the first time they've done that.
Niggas really thought he was gonna lose.
Yeah.
It's like that shit with the Super Bowl shirts.
Yes.
They already had like that. Congratulations, Roku. Like, get rid of them shits. This nigga beat his ass. Like, wait, bro.
Top Rank definitely dropped the ball in terms of sort of showing that knockout, and ESPN too, because ESPN is supposed to be the worldwide center in sports, and then you have Top Rank that's like I mean with Fight Things too is I think the selective at least because when it was Monster they everything like YouTube like different like views of the knockouts. From the stands, from in the ring, from
they have some great angles on those knockouts and all of those knockouts.
Exactly. Like they made some of that shit go viral like a motherfucker. Whereas this one is just like I don't even think Top Rank has even put a video. The Zone has the whole highlights and shit like that as they should. Golden Boy too, but it's like Top Rank should at least have something of that nature. Like
it's about time where ESPN posts these shit like. You're the leading sports network. Like, we shouldn't be begging for damn boxing KO highlights. Like, it should be. This was like a top 10 Sports Center shit, and it's like, who cares?
Yeah, and honestly, and like I said, and that just minimizes the type of the type of win that it actually was. And what Top Rank is. I mean, Top Rank got an unexpected win that night, like a good win. So it's like because now you can actually put Santillan into actual interesting welterweight fights.
You basically got a piece of the welterweight division back. Honestly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Like you got a major player, like somebody who can make some good fights.
You get one of the belts, the WBO belt. It's always whatever Bob orders.
Yeah, exactly. But Golden Boy, like they did its thing this weekend, man. So like, and then with the upset in the upset like slugfest and that shit. So yeah, definitely a fucking salute, Golden Boy for the effort though. And hopefully,
my bad. Sorry, sir.
No, go ahead, bro.
No. I was just gonna say because I didn't know if he was done with the topic, but I know we never spoke on the did we
the poll topic for Linares.
The poll topic, yeah. Like I know I mentioned it, but we never went detailed or nothing. That's all.
We didn't. No. It was 63 votes so far, and 84% said Sean Porter. So 53 people said Porter to 10 people that said Linares.
You 10 motherfuckers.
Well, let me ask y'all: do y'all think Sean Porter's a Hall of Famer in this day and age? I'm saying on the curve, on the curve.
Nah.
No.
You don't think he gets in? I mean, like
no, but he's had a better career.
Yeah, no. So, to me, PB on most of the PBC side, like there's only a handful of fighters, maybe a couple that I think are trending toward Hall of Fame. It's not anyone in the PBC welterweight generation. Not this one.
Not even Spence. Probably not.
No.
Spencer technically have the second longest welterweight reign of all time. If you go to Wikipedia and Google it,
anybody can when you fighting once a year, nigga.
Right behind Tito, right behind the GOAT Tito.
Yeah, Tito had at least 15 title defenses and unified.
Tito had 15.
Yeah.
Wikipedia is second. Spencer's second, Bud's third.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. Tito, I'm not saying he did have some eyesore title defenses. There's no question about that.
Yeah,
but he also beat Oscar. He unified the division. Like he had these, and then moved up and actually. He's a 3-division champion. Hold
on, a 3-division champ. Where have I heard that from?
Yeah.
But he has real legit wins, though.
He has legit scalps on Tito. Got legit scalps.
Spence needs to do more, but then but time is not on his side because it's clear that he's compromised. And Thurman
shout out Trap Media.
He said, "Hey," he said yes to my question. So I don't know. Some people think I've heard people say Porter's in the same vein of Tim Bradley being a Hall of Famer.
Now I give Porter
fuck out of here.
No,
Stop.
I give Porter respect because he fought he fought everybody that he was supposed to. But he needed some more victories. Like if he got a Thurman win or the Spence win, something of that nature. Like if he had.
He needed one of the either Spence, Brook, and Thurman. Right. He needed to win one of those.
Yeah,
but I mean, just two of them were close underneath him.
Right, yeah, and that's the thing because, like I said, two of them were close, close fights, and one of them was a schooling, from those three. So it's like, Porter needed at least one good win from that to really be okay. This is like the Thurman win or Spence win. I mean, he was close. He was closer to beating Spence than a lot of people. Like, I mean, he basically could have beat Spence, So it's like, that's not out of the equation. But yeah, Porter needed a little bit more.
Hold on, did he beat Spence and Thurman, or you just thought he beat Spence and Thurman?
No, I mean, I'm
talking to Trap Media because it's like,
oh, okay.
Y'all know Spence didn't beat Porter. I hear that narrative sometimes. I hear that.
I mean, look. Either way, if the fight was close enough, but then Spence has the knockdown, like, it ain't a crime to give Spence that fight, and I don't think it's a crime to say Porter won, but officially Spence won that shit.
Yeah, and officially, I thought Spence won that by one. It wasn't a dominant fight.
No one just giving Spence a lopsided win, like, nah.
Yeah, because I said it before, man. There was just too many times where Porter was lighting dude up way too much for me.
He was just taking them shits and
Porter was pushing him back. Porter was pushing him back, pivoting him like.
Porter was fighting like a man possessed, and that was that was the shit that was like, I was like, what the fuck. And Spence was just getting lit up like a fucking pinball machine. So I was just like,
damn.
Yeah, it wasn't no fucking 118, 110 type of schooling. Like motherfuckers think that shit was. Like it wasn't.
They thought it was gonna be that.
If Danny beats Lara for the middleweight title, whether it's a catchweight or not, is he a Hall of Famer or no? Because I mean, we have the grade on a curve now. It's not the same. Like it ain't like back in the day. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like we gotta be a little more.
I still try to put some.
If Danny Garcia would be a three.
Danny Garcia skipped 154 to go to 160. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like
because the Laura fight's there, but the fact of the matter is, if he beats Laura, is he a Hall of Famer? That's the question.
And Laura's not even his best win, or even that's the problem. Like at this point, it's not.
Hold on, is Valandi Laura? Wouldn't it be Danny Garcia's best win?
In a 38-year-old Laura. 39.
I mean, we had Oscar Larios was damn Linares' best win.
You actually think Laura would be Danny Garcia's best win?
I kind of think so. Like at middleweight too, at 160.
I mean, that's on you, but Laura hasn't done shit at fucking middleweight for me to think. Okay, that's
neither one of these niggas done anything really lately.
Yeah, that's true. But I there's no way. Like I'd give it to Garcia if Garcia actually wanted to actually clean up the middleweight division instead of maybe holding on to that one belt, then maybe at least do something instead of just
Yo, that ain't happening. These niggas ain't active like that, bro.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Like, I don't think Danny Garcia is at that point anymore. I mean, every single time you tell this nigga, hey, you should fight this one, this nigga says, well, I got money, shit like that. He doesn't, money is his motivation. He wants to do.
But that's the thing. Danny Garcia fought like damn near everybody. So him saying his money, like he's good, like he done made money. He done fought enough motherfuckers. Like I can see if it's a one of these young niggas is saying that shit and they ain't fight nobody. Like, yeah, but Danny Garcia could say that shit.
Yeah, because like I said, though, I mean,
we got to remember you don't really like Danny Garcia, so everything is going to be worse to you because. I don't really see how, like, what win it would be if he was a 117, 110.
I mean, let's put it this way: Badu Jack has more of a case to be a Hall of Famer than he does.
Does he, or it's about even?
No,
Mr. Damn I almost want to get this nigga a pencil and a paper. He draws so well. Shit.
That's
he
a
draw
good
better
one,
than me.
That's a good fucking. I like that. I like that. That's a good one.
Yeah, so y'all keep saying like we talk about official losses. Like Daddy ain't losing no Lamont Peterson and no fucking Herrera. Like Porter Keith was tight too. Porter landed more, but Thurman would drop big shots in the. And that's Porter's fault for not having the fucking defense.
Yeah, no, I mean, there were both. Like I said, there were times because I know me and Pete were there. There were times where Thurman was on the ropes and it was like, God damn, like you could tell he was getting lit up. But then Porter was also absorbing some real heat in return because Thurman was.
He would run into them heats.
Yeah. Porter was like couldn't stop himself from running into some of those hooks that Thurman was throwing at him. So
he lucky damn, them fucking he was cuffing them left hooks.
Yeah, I mean that's still. I mean that's and bar none, that's still one of the. That's probably still the best PBC fight that's ever aired.
Yeah, that was a decent.
Easy.
I mean, yo, me personally, Trap, I thought
one of the best fights I've seen live.
I thought Garcia lost to Herrera, but it's like we counting official wins, man.
Yeah. You know, but I mean, like I said, I know grading on the curve though. It's just to me, like I said, I don't. I mean, whereas Jamel Charlo, I mean, even with that bad loss to Canelo, I still think he's still trending towards Hall of Fame because bro has actually put in some real work.
Jamel Charlo's Hall of Famer, no doubt. But
niggas
like Porter, guys like Porter, Linares, dudes who either got too many losses or haven't beat enough significant names.
Right.
It's just I can't. Because you could be a Hall of Famer staying at one division, like
you can
clearly.
Yeah, there's plenty of Hall of Famers like that, like fucking Terry Norris. Say that 154 all of his career, motherfucker was a Hall of Famer. Like there's no question. Yeah. I mean, Hagler stayed at 160 all his career, Hall of Famer. Like you could absolutely, of course, all heavyweights, of course.
Let me ask you this, okay? Saying Sean Porter a Hall of Famer would be almost like, would you say Fernando Vargas a Hall of Famer?
That's a hard question,
There you go.
Yeah, because Fernando Vargas at least has really good early wins before Tito has really good wins, and then after that he was kind of damaged. But he
collected those wins in one division.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's like
well, up to the end of his career where he couldn't make 154 anymore. Yeah, and Trap made, bro, you can't dismiss Porter. He fought everybody, only wasn't competitive against Prime Brook. Yeah, and that's true. I said that all the time. I say that before. Brook before Crawford was Porter's decisive defeat. Like there was
that was an ugly ass fight. It was nothing decisive about that. Brook won, but it was the ugliest fight ever. Like no one. I remember fucking even UK niggas was shitting on Brook for that performance. Like.
Yeah, but it's to the
that
point.
Was a nasty fight. The way Pat always big up that goddamn. It's like I don't know why he just likes. It's like a nigga. Because every time you bring up Mayweather, they bring up the Baltimore fight. Like, dude, no one cares about that goddamn fight.
Because Porter, because I mean, I've criticized Porter more often. I've criticized him since probably his early career, since he was at 154. And I always say that bro should have gotten the L longer before he should have lost to Brook. And it was like mind-boggling to me. It was like, what is it about Porter that these niggas can't beat him like that? And then Brook beat him like that. Like, that's the thing. And I didn't say that with Thurman or with Spence. Like, Brook really like boxed his ass up and had him that cut over his eye and everything. Like Brook did that.
He wrestled the nigga up. Like he beat him at his own game. It's basically the goddamn Costa Zoo, the Hatton for welterweight.
Yeah, and yes, that's Brook's best win after that. But he beat Porter the way that I thought he should have been beaten at the time. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I
Thurman beat that nigga the best because he made that shit exciting. He landed the cleanest, hardest punches on Porter that I ain't see no one else really land on, dude.
Yeah, but it was a 7-5 fight. It was a highly competitive fight.
7-5 is cool, long as you win. That's the thing. Thurman always says you only need to win 7 rounds. and Thurman be damn sure making sure he wins 7 rounds.
Nothing, but Brook never got lit up by Porter. And
but Brook's 7 rounds were goddamn ugly, nigga. Like you
Brook,
the
you
only
talking about 7, nigga? That was like a 9. Like that was like
7, 8. No one
nigga.
gives a dude. They were so ugly, no one cares. That's the point.
But the problem is that
we know he won, bro. Like
beat Porter, like he beat a lot better than Thurman did. Like I mean, Thurman.
I can't. We'll always disagree on that.
Yeah, we will.
You know, light skinned pretty niggas, man. We gotta look a certain way. Like we gotta respect the performance. Like y'all like this ugly ass football, goddamn boxing Sean Porter do. Fuck that shit. Nigga fight like a goddamn werewolf.
Didn't beat Porter, like yeah.
Nah, like man, Brook, that ugly ass fight. No one talks about that fight. That's the most talked about fight from Pat that no one watches.
Yeah, but
like, he'll never let niggas forget that fucking fight. God damn.
I keep it real on that. I mean, it's real. Yeah,
nigga, you see, man, you be saying some bullshit, nigga. Don't be. I'll be keeping it real, nigga. Like, we all keep it real.
Like, there ain't no way that was a Brook beat Porter on some fight. It was at least at the minimum 8-4.
It was 8-4. It was 8-4. It was an ugly
9-3.
It was an ugly herky jerky. Fucking
nigga, what?
If somebody had it 7-5 or 8-4,
nigga, what Porter fight has actually
care.
Been like that? Like that. I mean, you literally describing what Porter used to be fighting like back then. Like a lot of his fights were like that. The problem
not like that, dude. The Julio Diaz fights weren't like that.
Well, because Julio
the Thurman fight wasn't like that. Okay,
Julio
the Berto fight was. The Ugas fight wasn't like that. It's like, dude, no.
The Ugas fight wasn't that great, my nigga. It was not a great fight.
Look, Thurman, Brook fought this nigga the way he could on some scared shit, on some like, all right.
No, he counted him
wrestle
over and over.
Wrestle. Okay, 1, 2, wrestle. Nigga did the UK John Ruiz special. Fuck that shit.
But
Brooks should have been. That's debatable. Brooks should have been DQ'd though.
No, that's a.
Well, answer that nigga.
DQ'd for what? You didn't. Nigga, Porter was fucked up. What?
All that fucking holding and damn. I thought this was the prom these niggas was at.
Nigga, it's not like Porter was doing anything. Porter was just doing what he usually did, but he just found someone who's actually stronger than he was, which Brook was. You know, that's. I mean, that wasn't no. Nigga, that was not a Ruiz performance. Was it ugly? Sure. Was it? Hell yeah.
Hold on. If the nigga held, clinched, and mauled,
that was not a Ruiz
and it was ugly. But you gonna tell me it wasn't a Ruiz performance?
I think you might need to watch that fight again, my nigga.
No, fuck no. I'm not watching that.
I think you might need to rewatch that fight, nigga. It's very available on YouTube, my nigga. It's out there, my nigga.
And that shit probably got 10 views, nigga. No one wants to see that shit. Yo, fuck that fight.
Oh man, yo. So yeah,
holding as defense isn't boxing. It's allowed, but technically not legal. That ref Leon Lawson first loss would have DQ'd him.
Yeah, I mean, we all know that holding
because it's clinching. Clinching is in boxing. Fucking Brook damn just held and clinched. I don't even know why we always get into it, but this nigga always bring up this dumbass fight. Like,
nigga, I didn't bring this shit up, bro. Like, you know.
Nah, you did, motherfucker. You brought up you said it 3 times. You said
I brought up the Hall of Fame shit. My fault. I brought up the Hall of Fame question. So
nah, but he literally brought up Brook name.
Nah,
like, no one else.
I'm pretty sure one of these motherfuckers in the comments said that shit first, and I just agreed.
Nah, nigga, you was like, no, nah. Porter had Porter lost.
I'm talking about tonight, nigga. Yeah,
no, I'm talking about tonight, nigga. I ain't talking about the other night.
Like I said all the time.
You mentioned all 3 names, and you said Brook, the only one who really officially beat him, and then it's like everybody collectively rolled their eyes and sighed, like, oh, here we go again. This nigga gonna talk about this ugly ass fight, nigga. And no one gives a fuck about it. No niggas ain't from no fucking Buffalo, man.
Ain't no fucking no goddamn Buffalo.
What the fuck is in Buffalo but some goddamn wings, nigga?
Well, shouts out the chat media. Appreciate the engagement.
Yeah. Salute.
But yeah. Well, none of us
ain't shitting on Buffalo, but I'm just saying, like.
I mean, this nigga Shutterworth is a Southerner, so that's even more of an insult.
Yeah, I ain't one of these Griselda niggas. I'm complaining about everybody, like, bro.
Yeah, pilots from the West Coast. Me and P are the East Coast people. Like, but you know, P's New York. I'm
East Coast bias.
I mean, Buffalo is from New York. Buffalo is in New York, but I'm not from Buffalo, so
yeah. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, no, that's not from Buffalo though. That's a random ass city to be asking. Like,
like, dude, like, what? Yeah, you gotta like, what made you say y'all from Buffalo? Like,
yeah, you might need to explain that in the comments though. But let's keep it moving.
That needs more explanation than the Brooklyn.
But let's keep it moving though, because we got a couple of previews.
Yeah, let's preview this bullshit.
Yeah, so pretty much we got probably what's gonna be the biggest fight in one of the biggest events of the year, because niggas like the fuckery, the bullshit. Of course, I'm talking about Tyson Fury, our reigning heavyweight champion, decided to go get a bag from the Saudis, and to face none other than Francis Ngannou, who is making his pro boxing debut after getting released from UFC and being offered a bag of somewhere around $10 to $12 million to fight Fury, who's making a lot more, reportedly. So obviously, ESPN, of course, went into overdrive. ESPN has no problems putting showing all the clips, showing a wild ass Mike Tyson promo, actually doing a 30-minute special on this fucking shit. Like, and I watched it, it's like, and I'm thinking to myself, they really did this, and it has all the engagement in the world. ESPN, ringside, they can't stop talking about this shit.
Because he always quotes it, and I'm always seeing all this crazy shit on it. I'm like, what the fuck? Well, they don't do that with anybody else, with nobody else. But
nigga, Shakur Stevenson has a fight in less than a month, and I haven't seen goddamn shit from like that.
Because you know what it is? We got to the point where even though boxing has mainstream fights, like certain media outlets only care about the big attractions, the spectacles.
Yeah.
And so regular boxing gets lost in the mix. And it never really was like that. But over the last maybe 10 years, it kind of got to that. And I kind of blame all the super fights taking so long to happen. Mm-hmm. So it almost seemed like boxing wouldn't exist for months and months. And then, these niggas fighting. Then they'll get a little preview, a little shine. And it just kept happening until like the MMA niggas and all these other randoms jumped in. And it's like, like, yeah, we gotta, like, let's do this for boxing. Oh, we don't mind now because it's a spectacle again. Like, it's like they just really expecting that from boxing instead of like, okay, like, we got some good quality highlights and normal fights and shit that they want to promote, but nope.
Yeah, and then Android, I know Andrew's reading his comments. Fury bad not carry Francis. The casuals are going to compare him to Wilder. I mean, they're doing that already. Like, that literally that's the whole sale of this fight. That Ngannou has the highest recorded punch, punch whatever.
All it takes is one shot. All it takes is one shot, right? That's how they're selling it.
Yeah, that's how they're selling it against someone who's absorbed.
The biggest shot you can take in boxing. The biggest shot you can take in boxing. Wow.
Yeah.
And he's gotten his ass up every fucking time. And then Andrew said there's a tweet out there with the promo that has to be like 188 million views on it. Yeah. They like the bullshit. Like, it is what it is. Like,
But not only they like it, they promote it
a lot.
Like, that's the thing. You see how Golden Boy promoted that super bad KO or that damn soccer mom?
Yeah.
And then it just caught on to everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that could literally happen every week if the powers that be would just do a simple retweet for certain shit.
I mean, I would think because they have the Shakur shit. It's a doubleheader on Thursday. You would think that where's the special? Like, I want to know. I want to know behind the scenes, like that card is shaping up to be something very good. And like I said, there's no promo on it. I haven't seen no promo. You see Shakur on or them on some other like platforms, but you don't see them on ESPN. Like, none of that shit. Like, or Top Rank. Like, where's, like, promote that shit? I want to, because that's a good fucking card. But no, we get Fury and Ngannou. Like, and honestly, I know most people, are happy because, I mean, the ones that kind of take this shit a little seriously in terms of what Fury does is either the motherfuckers that don't like Fury because of the Wilder shit, or 2, they believe in Ngannou and his power, or 3, MMA fans who don't know or respect the art of boxing, and he'd be saying some old bullshit, which I've seen plenty of. I've seen plenty of that shit. So it's.
I mean, Android be schooling these motherfuckers. Every time I scroll through Twitter, he damn letting a motherfucker know about nuances and shit. I mean, but motherfuckers do need to be educated. So I just like the tweet and keep it moving,
Right, but it's just like like I mean, I'm not deluded myself to be thinking like no, like it's not gonna take like in Ghana like the stuff that and granted he has Mike Tyson training him, and Mike Tyson is not Mike Tyson has a foundation like you can learn from Mike Tyson, but in order to pull off what Mike Tyson teaches, you gotta have some real physical attributes, and Ngannou really only has power. He's slow. He's slow with his hands. He's slow with his feet.
Like, he's slower than Joe Joyce.
Those
bro.
mitts, I haven't. Sometimes you get impressed with certain guys on the mitts, but every time I see him on the mitts, I'm like, what the fuck is that?
That's it. I mean, I ain't expecting him to look like fucking Linares, but damn.
No, I know, but I mean, like so slow and sluggish. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and I would have thought that he would have lost some weight for this shit because that's what happens when you kind of train in boxing. It looked like he didn't really lose weight like that. Like it's just like
he didn't really train.
Yeah, exactly.
They get shot promo clips.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, it's great that Ngannou like he signed to PFL and all this shit like that, but it's just like you're getting a bag for this shit. I would have thought you would have put a little bit more effort in your boxing. And I just don't see it. I don't see it at all. I know my brother is a big MMA fighter. We talk about this shit. He looks at it and he even says, Fury's probably gonna whoop his ass. That's really what anyone should be thinking.
Dude, a top 50 heavyweight would whoop them.
He'll probably carry. I mean, Fury's whether we like him or not, he's a showman. I'm sure he'll carry it a little bit. You know what I mean? I'm sure he'll at least like make it, somewhat watchable. I don't know.
I mean, it will probably the spectacle itself will be because I think people will be engaged on it because it's two big motherfuckers in the ring. Yeah. Heavyweights have an appeal.
Oh wait, time the fuck out, bro. Like, are we really comparing Tyson career to goddamn Sean Porter? Really?
Hey, we got a Sean Porter stand out here. It's all good. It's all good.
Like, God, no, I'm saying like really like niggas is questioning Mike Tyson being a Hall of Famer.
Mike Tyson wrapped up the division. Wrapped up his division.
Fuck? Are you 12 years old, nigga?
Like, yeah, no, like if you weren't in the Tyson era as Tyson was huge. Like Tyson wrapped up his division in his first career before jail. Like Tyson literally was boxing.
And that's because those big wins weren't big to you. Michael Spinks was a crazy big win. Larry Holmes, big win. Razor Ruddock, big win. Like, dude, like, what the fuck? Like, come on, man. It's
because he lost the
resume.
It's because he lost to Holyfield, Lennox Lewis, and Evander. Never fought Buster. But I'm saying it's because after he got out of prison, he lost the big fights. That's what.
But he's still unified
was like 90s era fighters.
Yeah.
And Mike Tyson's not really a 90s hype machine. Motherfucker was born, he came in the 80s, so you might be a little bit young for this conversation, bro. Like,
you can sit this one out. He's a product of the 90s hype machine. Bro, like, were you like, dude, all right, chill. Like, we just going to regulate you to Sean Porter comments.
Tyson sometimes overrated somewhat to casuals, but underrated to the quote-unquote hardcores, I feel like.
Yeah, no,
because the reason why it's so polarizing because niggas is either dick riding crazy or just hating crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's always one at the end, and it's like Ring Gang. We just try to be straight down the middle. Like, yo, he's a Hall of Famer. He's legit. Yeah, he might be overrated in certain spaces, but he's definitely legit. Like,
yeah.
Tyson's right. Like
I said, he's overrated a little bit, but he's all-time great.
But you have to understand, Tyson's biggest rivals, both Lennox Lewis and Holyfield, both show him the craziest amount of respect, and especially Lewis. Lewis is not the type to respect anyone really like that, and they show him respect, and there's a reason why they do, even though they both professionally beat him in the ring. Like Tyson's skills. Tyson is probably the last two-way heavyweight fighter that was actually good. It was above average defensively and above average offensively. There's been no heavyweight since that had that type of duality. Like,
So Teddy Atlas isn't a casual. Have you heard his damn boxing takes once he left ESPN? He may as well be a casual.
Teddy has a bias against him because of
Teddy's the wrong name to use here, bro. For your point.
Yeah, because Teddy has a bias against Mike Tyson that goes beyond the boxing shit. Like,
Yeah.
So I mean, I would never expect Teddy to really be, to really give Tyson any type. And I don't blame him, but at the same time, I wouldn't use Teddy Atlas as an example.
I'm sure a lot of niggas want to use me as an example to speak on Canelo, like,
Right.
and even then, I'll say Canelo, a Hall of Famer, great fighter, yada yada yada. But like,
one of the best Mexican fighters of all time.
But like I said though, if Mike Tyson was so overrated, fucking Tyson Fury's father named the dude named Tyson Fury after him, literally. And because John Fury thought Mike Tyson was a special fighter. He was that dude, and he was what he wanted his son to be, a fighter. So so again, that's a huge fail. Like you can say Mike Tyson is overrated in some things because you think he could have accomplished more, but you can't say that that him and Porter. There's a world of difference between a Sean Porter and a Mike Tyson.
Yeah, like worlds of difference.
Worlds of difference. Sean Porter doesn't even have Mike Tyson's boxing skills, never mind his career.
I'm saying, like, what does Sean Porter do better than damn Mike Tyson? First of all, like, oh my god, like I know niggas got to be trolling sometimes.
Yeah, no, like, it's one of those. It's a weird fucking conversation, like, but like I said, but Mike Tyson though, if you ever see Mike Tyson is a student of boxing. Mike Tyson has a lot to. Mike Tyson can teach.
But he is saying a lot of BS in this build-up. To sell the fight, I get it.
Yeah. You have to, you got to sell the fight because Mike Tyson is the name. Mike Tyson is a huge name in boxing still. Mike Tyson is still, motherfuckers. Mike Tyson can still be heavyweight champion again. But you call him overrated, like no, we don't say that about Lennox Lewis or Holyfield.
This nigga said Porter is Tyson without the power. Oh, get the fuck out of here,
bro.
No.
Like, you're too. Doing? I'm not gonna. You're too young for this conversation.
Okay, like that was it. Like,
yeah. You're too young.
If you say anything else about Tyson, we just gonna consider you trolling, nigga. Like,
yeah, you're trolling. Yeah, you're too young for this.
It's like, ain't no way. Like, next thing y'all niggas will be saying, yo, Henry Akwande is, better than Joe Louis. Like, like that's what you're saying. Like when you say Sean Porter, I'm not young. that make hold on. So are you 35 or older?
If you're 35 and older, then you should absolutely know better than what you're saying.
Yes. If you're 35 and older and saying this, that's bad.
Yeah.
So this one of those things where if niggas think you young, just go with it. Like,
yeah.
Like, I'm 19.
But at least Mike Tyson's there to sell the fight, and it's a spectacle because Mike Tyson has his own relationship with the Saudi Arabians. They love him over there, so it's like he's always over there. So you have your spectacle here. And the funny thing is too is like FanDuel doesn't even have the odds on this, but I've seen the odds in other places. Ngannou being like 13 to 15 to 1 underdog, like and rightfully so. You should be, it was like immediately,
if not more, really.
Yeah, and I think I don't remember if this is. I think this is a 10-round fight. It's not 12 round. I don't think it should.
I think it's a 10. I think it's 10. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because I'm like thinking myself. I know.
Need it.
Is it on BoxRec yet? Probably not.
No, it's not a boxer because apparently BoxRec Gray says no commission has actually released an official report on it, so he hasn't added the fights on BoxRec. I seen all those tweets. I thought that was kind of odd because these are all official fights. These are fights that are not going on their record. So it's kind of weird that he's, I understand the stance he's taking, but it's fucking weird. So again, in terms of, I know all of us pretty much thinking that Fury will probably get rid of Duke. So what round are we thinking Fury is going to get rid of Ngannou? So 2,
4,
Pilot
4,
6.
Yeah, I'm thinking 6-2.
I think he's gonna play with him. Pause.
He'll carry it. Pause. He'll carry him a little bit. Yeah.
Unless Ngannou has one of them paper chins that even if he takes like a fucking jab from Fury, that's more enough to fucking have him on alternative lifestyle street. I should say that. Yeah. But yeah, I think Fury will kind of play up the Carney aspect or whatever, and then Ngannou will probably get tired within 2 rounds or so, and then he'll put him away probably by 6-2. Yeah,
I mean, with that Usyk fight on the horizon, like
yeah,
I don't think
exactly.
Furies need to be taking too many chances. Fights shouldn't go past 3. Honestly, that's what I was originally going to say, but I was like, you know what, 2. Like, I still feel like we're due a brutal knockout early. Sorry, Catterall, you ain't delivering. So
yeah, because that's sign. Because I know Fury does not want Ngannou like accidentally cutting him or some shit like that. Because that's gonna push the fight back. So I know Fury's gonna be on some. Yeah, I mean, since that fight's made, I'm pretty sure like self-preservation is gonna be the word about this. And I know Ngannou's like once Ngannou gasses, he's gonna be useless in the ring against Fury. Like, I mean, it's not gonna take much. Like, I saw people talking about maybe all Ngannou needs to do is to clinch Fury. So that's a horrible strategy. That's a Fury fights well on the inside. Fury has inside skills. Fury can clinch, and Fury knows how to lean his weight on people. That's a horrible. You don't want Fury. You don't really want to fight Fury like that unless you got Wilder explosive power, which Ngannou does not have the explosiveness of his punches to even to do that. Like, that's not a thing that you want to do with Fury. I mean, even people that were around his size, like Vladimir Klitschko, even he couldn't really do that, and he's strong as shit. So it's like,
but hold on, shout outs to Anthony. I saw the comment there. How about Vitaly Klitschko in terms of being great offensively and being above average defensively? Yeah, Vitaly Hall of Famer. He good.
Vitaly, I mean, most maybe me personally, I'd say Vitaly's more, is better than his brother, but his brother had a better legacy. His brother had a better legacy. His brother had a better,
No. I mean, yeah, Vlad has the better career. Vitaly was probably more. I mean, Vitaly was just cursed with the body because he spent a lot of his prime kickboxing and shit like that. So,
better fighter, worse career. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, still a great career, but not as good as.
Yeah, it's still a great career. Honestly, I feel like I don't even see Vladimir's career being that much better than Vitaly.
He had some lows, because Vlad had some lows.
I think it kind of evens out a little bit.
Vlad had a couple bad losses.
And so is Vitaly. That Chris Bird loss was not a good loss for him. Like,
but he only got 2 bad losses, whereas like Vladimir got
3 or 4.
Yeah, like, and their best wins are like.
Rest in peace to Corey Sanders, but he had no business.
I mean, Corey Sanders. I mean, he shouldn't have lost it, but Corey Sanders is a motherfucker to fight. Like, you have Corey Sanders you couldn't sleep on Corey Sanders because that motherfucker hit hard and he hit fast. So that was
And Anthony. I mean, that's the thing about these exhibition fights. Like, people are paying their money for it. They know this. They got to put on a show. So they got to carry them a little bit.
It's $79.99 for the
Jesus
fight.
Christ, $79.
Stop. Yeah. Like, okay.
However, I will give this card one like real props to this. Like, it's an all heavyweight card pretty much. Like, there's some like, let's put this way, because it's bad though when you get a fight like this, and this is like these are the type of fights that actually showcase heavyweight fights, especially the co-main with fucking Fabio Wardley and David Adelaide. That's the co-main, and that's gonna be a slugfest. Like, that's gonna be a huge fucking slugfest.
Wardley, sorry, pilot.
Yeah, Wardley's part. I mean,
Wardley's winning that. I'm gonna say I told you so again. Wardley's gonna knock this guy out, guaranteed. Pilot's guaranteed in a month.
I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, I've seen both of them. Wardley's been looking shakier than a bitch lately. So that's the thing. Like,
this nigga had coffee looking good against him. Like, come on.
Yeah, exactly.
And they got the guy Oslenbach on there, Makhmudov.
Yeah, Makhmudov is on there, and and then Parker versus Simon Keane, and that one, Simon Keane he lacks in talent, but motherfucker's 23-1 with 22 knockouts, and Parker's kind of on the slide. So that's another one, and then Martin Bakole and Carlos Takam. That's another one.
That's going to be.
God damn! This is not a bad like heavyweight card.
It's
not. It's really not.
Like, I feel like you'll see some scraps. Like,
it's going to be a little earlier because Abu Dhabi is going to be earlier in the day a little bit.
Yeah, because it's at 2:00. It starts at 2, so it's like. Yeah, like I said, like this card. I mean, I give it this part because like they loaded because they know it's bullshit, so they loaded up with interesting heavyweight fights because there's gonna be fades on all those heavyweight fights in some fashion. Like some of them brutal too. Like
there better be some knockouts. There better be at least 3, cold ass knockouts on this. I hope.
I'm pretty sure there's going to be, especially that co-main. If that co-main goes a distance, that means something went terribly wrong. So like that's what I'm saying. But yeah, like they built up the card at least to before the bullshit with heavyweight action. And truthfully, I would love American boxing to do something like this. They used to do heavyweight explosion fucking cards back in the day. HBO used to do these fucking heavyweight fights, heavyweight cards back in the day. Like they need to do some shit like this. Like it shouldn't be like they shouldn't be just on a bullshit ass pay-per-view like this. Like it really shouldn't be. Like I mean, Wardley and Adelaide is probably the most like you don't see heavyweight prospects getting matched up like that at all. Like not since fucking Ajaba and
Frank Sanchez. Frank Sanchez.
Frank Sanchez. Yeah,
like real quick, but so that Wardley Adelaide is the co-main, I assume, right?
Yeah, it's okay. Co-main. Absolutely.
So
it's like they built up the card, so it's like I mean, at least before the bullshit, you'll get like you'll get some heavyweight fades as it should be.
You'll get some proper heavyweight fights.
Yeah, proper heavyweight fights, and in the brothers like there needs to be more of this. Like you can't just have these heavyweight kids can be like once in a while because heavyweight division moves slow as it is. So it's like make more of these shits. Like like you can't.
Like you need a Night of the Heavies card like every 4 months or so.
Exactly, it's fucking exactly, man. So yeah, I mean, even like I said, even if the boys like, I mean, it should be a good fucking watch. Like, I mean, it should be entertaining too. And I like I said, I'll look. I won't be watching that live since I'll be driving to a wedding or whatever. But hopefully all these fights will be readily available in the places that I know of after all this. And Joshua, I just see you popped in. Salute. Catterall.
That's a great analogy. I mean,
Catterall equals UK Barboza. These two need to fight each other.
Yeah.
Truthfully,
I feel you on that.
Barboza ain't been doing nothing since he left Top Rank. You don't hear nothing about them.
Yeah, I mean, he was supposed to take a title shot, but he turned that shit down. But it's like, hey, you want to turn down title shots? That's on you, bro.
Yeah, because my whole thing is these niggas be complaining they never get their looks. And then when they get it, they don't hype up the fight, don't promote it. They're mad, they're sulking, or they don't take the title fight. So it's like, I used to feel like, damn, Barboza, like you're quality enough where I want to see you get that shot at the top. But it just seemed like I don't know, some of these niggas just don't care like you want them to care. So it's just
they keep shooting themselves in the foot, nigga. That's the problem. It's like, okay, Barboza, here's your title shot. Well, I don't think I'm ready for this fight. It's just like, then what the fuck are you fighting for, bro? Like,
because obviously niggas weren't trying to give you no money fight. Like, so you get the title chance, go for it. Like, I don't like, and then it's like the whole like I don't know, boxers need to just, if y'all gonna call someone out or say someone's ducking you, y'all gotta stand on that 24/7 365.
Facts.
Like you can't just say it for a couple of weeks or a month, or you go have one interview and mention it and then it just drops. You always gotta have that smoke for them. And I felt like him not really putting his foot down and really just going at Tio and the other names out there, like, kind of hurt him, like, because he's not having the type of performances where you remember the performances. Or you got to make the audience, the fans remember your mouth. Pause.
Yeah,
that's true though.
Like you got to say shit. You got to, you know what I mean? And it's
like you can't be boring in the and I'm sorry, he's boring in the ring, and you can't be boring in the ring and out the ring. At least have a personality if you're kind of. Like Hitchens, Hitchens might be a little boring out, but he can at least talk in interviews engaging. You know what I'm saying? But,
yeah, he'll at least Hitchens to talk your shit. Like, dude, Barboza, like, talk your shit. Like, because I remember seeing him on, I think Twitter, he was saying like, oh, yeah, everybody hit me up. I'm trying to do interviews, this, that. And then he didn't do interviews. It was like, what the fuck? Like, bro, like, people are tired of, like, clamoring around you, trying to, like, give you the promo run, trying to give you the extra damn sauce, the juice, all that shit.
You can't be NPC in your boxing unless you got a dad that talks for you, or you can do something. Because
and when you get your opportunity to talk your shit, talk your shit.
Mm-hmm. Word.
Say it with your chest.
Word.
Like, y'all niggas, like, oh my God. It's like me and Pat said before. Like,
140 is too congested, especially in that division. 140 is way too congested.
yeah, to be quiet. Like, what the fuck? Like, niggas just don't care about being boxers like they used to 20, 30 years ago. Like, it just, I'm convinced of that now. Like,
Yeah,
boxing used to be something where you brag about it, be like, yo, like,
yeah,
my
like,
uncle a boxer. Now it's like, your uncle's a boxer? Like, did he fight Jake Paul? He's on YouTube.
It's not I'm a boxer, it's I box now. So,
Yeah, like, nigga, if you just box at the gym, you box. But if you're a pro fighter, nigga, you're a boxer. Act like it, goddamn.
For real. But yeah, I want to get to this last preview, and then I'll hit the comments too, because I know there's a lot of comments. I know Anthony Manzano's going sick with those comments. So there is another card that night. After the Fury shit, where I'm pretty sure we'll be trending like crazy after that. Whatever went down, it'll be trending like a motherfucker.
Yeah, because ESPN gonna retweet those for definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. You got a card from DAZN from Fast Eddie Hearn, in Mexico, where again, this is again has an outstanding main event where you have, WBC super featherweight champion Oshaki Foster facing Eduardo Rocky Hernandez, and that fight is, it is one of the better fights that Eddie has put together, because Oshaki Foster is quality. Dude won his belt on the PBC card. He took Ray Vargas's 0, thankfully. He had
the early performance of the year. You know what I'm saying? I always think it was last year, but that was like early this year. That was the early performance.
Yeah, and Ray Vargas, I know, was bitching because he was getting boxed up and he couldn't do whatever the fuck he usually does. He didn't let he was bitching hard after that fight. But hey, man, sometimes you got away with too much. I know King P doesn't like Ray Vargas at all, like, because he stunk so many fucking times on them old Golden Boy cards.
Yeah, all the boring niggas is just getting it tonight, bro. Paul is like,
and then we have Rocky Hernandez. Now, Rocky Hernandez was a real prospect. Like, before he got shockingly KO'd by Roger Gutierrez and won. Like, dude was like, he was out there. Like, dude was knocking people out left and fucking right. And then he had then once he got knocked out by Gutierrez, I think he kind of retreated a little bit. Then he signed that bad deal with what's that name of that why did I forget about that?
I forgot, but he had a fucked up deal. I know you're talking about. I forgot.
Yeah. He had a really fucked up deal, and then he had been kind of like, he'd been tagging like Top Rank and Matchroom and PBC to buy out his contract and shit like that, and Matchroom got him out of there because Matchroom was featuring him on their Mexican cards, and dude was lighting up on those Mexican cards. So they was like, you know what, we're gonna sign you. So they got him out of that deal, and and now here he is, because he had been number one for a hot minute for the WBC. So now he's finally getting his title shot. And for me, and I was talking to P about this too. Is either two ways this is going to end. Either Foster boxes his ass up, or Rocky knocks him out. Like, that's one way. That's one or the other, And personally, I don't know why I had this, and I put this in my original parlay before Joe Smith kind of, he fucked up my parlay. But I had, I put money on Rocky winning by knockout. Probably knocking him out maybe in 5 or 6 or something like that. And no disrespect on Foster like that, but I don't think Foster has faced a big puncher like Rocky Hernandez, and who carries his power late into the fight, and it's not necessarily chinny either. Like, you got to actually hit that dude to dissuade him. So I think I think Rocky will probably get him out of there in like 6. What about you, Pilot?
I like to liken Oshaki Foster to kind of be in the new age Tevin Farmer, same weight class, took a couple L's, got the, obviously his first try he got his title, but in a similar vein, he's going sweet science niggas. And I know this is in Mexico, so it's going to be tough, but I think it's a little risky because Hernandez got game changing power, but I think he'll win a decision that's a little close, that the scorecards will say is closer than it really is. And then I think Oshaki will continue his reign as champion.
Okay, a decision too. So Rocky, I don't think Rocky's only been 10. Rocky has never been 12 yet, as far as I know.
So yes, if it goes late, we'll see. I know his power carries late, but how late does it carry? I think,
exactly.
And I think Oshaki will pick your spots and make a boring fight will be a good if you're betting or rooting for.
I hope it's not a boring fight.
Yeah. I'm just saying, but it's Foster's best bet not to engage because you can get caught up with some heat, So
right. AOP, what about you?
Man, I already told you. I think Oshaki's just gonna box him up 8-4.
All right, so 116, 112. What about you, LB?
Damn, seeing that it's in Mexico, is either I can see a Foster split decision or a draw, or maybe a Hernandez decision. Like this one could really go all over the place. Maybe if it was in a more neutral area,
right?
But I'd go with a draw.
And honestly, that wouldn't be that would not be a bad bet. I think a draw for this is plus 1280. Like it's not even as high. It's not even the highest draws that it usually draws like 2000. This one is plus 1280.
Yeah, like them old niggas at Vegas know something. They're like,
it's like, man, like if this goes a distance, we can't. I don't know. We can't have a Mexican fighter really lose like that unless he's really lost. So
And I don't see no Kirkland Angulo type of performance. So
right. Now, I mean, obviously, if Rocky Hernandez does knock out Foster, I mean, it's shit. The motherfucker has the power. Like it was. Yeah. Now, if Foster knocks dude out, which would be like a plus 680, if he, that I'd be supremely impressed. And
honestly, he needs to look at the fight as gun for a knockout.
Yeah, truthfully, because I mean, what Foster did against Ray Vargas was cool in that, but. Yeah, he has to basically out not just outbox the puncher, but really like be the puncher. Like
he's a master.
Outbox him, outfight him, all of that.
Maybe power. He needs to definitely win this fight to probably win an 8-4. He's like, he's like,
nigga, he need to win 10-2 to win 8-4.
Facts.
So it's like unless you got one of those, like you gotta really be good at minimizing violence in those 3-minute intervals, if you're trying to win those type of damn decisions. Like you can't. Anytime someone hits you with a jab, you double jab them back. Like you got to be on some winky right shit. You really can't let nigga get nothing.
If Foster gets dropped or hurt a couple 2-3 times, he ain't gonna win this fight. So
only by knockout he will.
Yeah, exactly.
And even then, niggas might try something. I don't want to see no Kendall Holt, Ricardo Torres type shit.
Right. And because of course, this is a Mexican card, so they have some. Eddie has put together some fights on there. One fight I think will probably be like it'll probably be a highlight reel knockout. Truthfully, I don't know why Eddie made this damn fight. Talk about Eduardo Nunez, who's 24-1 with 24 fucking knockouts, facing Oscar Escandon, who's seen better days. Like I
ain't heard that name in a minute.
Yeah, exactly. And Oscar Escandon, I mean, he's like, dude is like, he's like 5 feet, like literally. Like, I mean, he was a good boxer. He had power, but dude has seen better days. And Nunez fucking has stones in his fist. Like, there's a
say emphasis on 5 feet. I ain't Mob Deep. Them niggas 5 feet.
I mean, Nunez is like 5'7". Like, there's gonna be a noticeable height difference between those two.
Damn.
Yeah, so that's why
5'7" look tall, nigga. It's a problem.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, I know Nunez. Like, I know Eddie's trying to build him as a attraction. But I know that fight. I'm like, that's gonna be a fade. But I'm not sure I agree with that fight being made. Like, really, like, because I mean, I think Nunez is gonna knock Escandon's head off. So, and Escandon is like, he's seen better days. Like, dude has been in the ring with what is it, like Brandon Figueroa and Gary Russell and like a whole bunch of motherfuckers.
Everybody, really.
Yeah,
like,
everyone.
That's why I'm just
really.
surprised. Like
King Tug,
like
like Carlos Castro. Like, bruh's been in the ring for a good minute. That's why I'm just thinking to myself, that fight, that's gonna be super ugly. That's gonna be a super ugly fade. And then we have and there's another fight on there that's also in us too. Was it Christian Lopez and Is it Christian Lopez?
Oh, they got Honey.
Yeah, Christopher Lopez and Aaron Alameda. Alan Alameda is known for giving both Neri and Andrew Leo some trouble. Like he didn't make them look good. So that's good fight. And then of course Andrew Tabiti's in the opener facing that Australian heavyweight.
That's a good one because I've been hearing about Honey a lot. Pause about Honey, whatever his name is. Yeah. Justice Honey. So let's see if
Tabiti. No, I know, Tabiti. I've never been really a fan of, but he can punch. But something about him, he always something about his style that I never really liked all that much. Maybe because he entered the World Boxing Super Series tournament and kind of disgraced himself. So it's like, but he has, but he can punch though, But either way, all three fights, there's probably there's gonna be fades probably all across the board. So I would not be surprised. Eddie might do it again with these Mexico cards.
Didn't Tabiti, wasn't that the one Dorticos and knocked him out?
Dorticos, yeah, one punch, yeah. That was had him sleeping like a baby.
Yeah, that was literally a shadow realm punch. I ain't seen one of those in a minute.
Yeah, and Tabiti was out like he was out cold, like that was out like it was lights out, like that shit was brutal. So, but like I said, it is after the spectacle of the Fury stuff, it's a good card to watch. Like I said, you'll see some fades on there and a really good main event. So, I definitely would recommend watching that. So yeah, let me just go into the comments because there's lots of comments just to go in next. I know Anthony Manzano's been he's been in there. I know first thing he mentioned, he says, I got cocky about PBC signing a massive contract with Amazon. People are saying more likely Heyman is going to the zone. I have
not heard that at all.
I didn't really hear anything.
In fact, my boy Sibby interviewed Gary Antoine Russell. Shout out to Sibby Boxing. And Gary basically had kind of
spilled it, huh?
Said basically they're going to Amazon Prime. So he kind of said the rumors are true. So I didn't hear nothing about the zone.
Right. I hope his announcement, because all the speculation and the people dissing PBC. Yeah. I hope there's an announcement soon. You know what I'm
saying? There is because the TGB Promotions is already reserving
2 days in February.
They're reserving arenas for February. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna make the announcement very soon.
They better, shit.
Yeah. And then I know Anthony also said, how about making an interesting card with heavyweight fighters and bare knuckle heavyweight?
I can't watch the bare knuckle anymore. I tried, man. It's really gruesome, bro. I'm a barbarian watching it, but the bare knuckle shit's it's just kind of too much sometimes, man. I don't know.
It's like a real fight.
It's a real fight. In person it's cool, but I don't know. It's just kind of watered down.
How you say in person is cool when you can hear that shit? Blood might fly near you. You're like, yeah, I can see these niggas kill each other bare hands and right in front of me. Turn on the TV.
Yeah, with bare knuckle punching, bare knuckle fighting. Let's just put it this way: there's some of them that are not the most talented motherfuckers in the world, and
that too. The talent's kind of
The talent level is you got a bunch of motherfuckers that are violent and just want to punch somebody, and I think that's just
it's like Tough Man without gloves.
Exactly.
And honestly, I rather they just bring back Tough Man with the gloves and the headgear and call it a day. If somebody did that right now, that Misfit should be a wrap.
Yeah, because that bare knuckles. Because the one thing about the bare knuckle fighting is, I'm pretty sure it does not make a whole lot of money. So because you're seeing people literally getting their face rearranged for pennies, literally.
I feel you on that. I got something. I heard about something. I'll tell you after the cast, though. Just remind me.
But and like I said, I don't have nothing against it, but at the same time, it's just one of those things. It's just the talent level is not that high, so it's really crude in a way. And it's
when you're that crude, you need to have some fucking gloves on, some protection, something.
Yeah, I saw Paulie lose one of those fights, and it was like, it was kind of.
But Austin Trout beat one of their ass though.
Trout did this thing.
Yeah, thing too. And I remember too how much I know Randall Bailey was about to do one of them shits, and I'm like, oh god, he's gonna kill somebody. they want. Yeah. I think Randall Bailey got injured or some shit like that, and that's what happened. I was like, if they allowed Randall Bailey to do shit, Randall Bailey would have killed somebody.
Boxing guys looked out on that one because
it
would have been a whole black guy on bare knuckle because Randall Bailey, like, he'll like because my dude from Miami used to tell me like that nigga would take fights for like 10 racks. Like this, like before Kimbo shit. Like that nigga was official with that shit. So put him in that. Come on.
I don't know if I don't know if you want to get hit with that nigga with his bare knuckles or with just like the wraps around and shit like that. That shit would have been super ugly. Like
it's too like I can see where Pilot's coming from. Like I don't think bare knuckle boxing will ever catch on the way they want it to. Like
it was. I mean, I'm not gonna. I think because when somebody died, they made the rules a little too much. I feel like somebody died a year or two ago, and ever since then, it's been a little watered down. I don't know. Like if really nothing else is on, I guess I'll watch it if I can find the stream for it. But
if it's on, like I'll watch it because it is a spectacle. But you see some of the shit that these guys get after the fight, and I'm thinking to myself like, geez,
the boxing is not good. First of all, it's bare knuckle boxing, but the boxing is not very good.
Most of them are like UFC. UFC jobbers, that couldn't really.
Their hands, they're not even Tough Man level because I know Pat, you probably remember watching Tough Man on.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's like for every 5 guys that was on that show, there was always one guy out of that 5 who had decent hands.
This is even more gimmicky than the 4-rounders.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Like it's just not gonna catch. Bare knuckle boxing only survives when you have notable names doing it. If not, it's just gonna just be there. But I don't think
notable names wouldn't do that because there's not enough money in that.
No, I'm saying notable names like I mean, you already had Paulie, you had Austin Trout, like that level. Like they don't have to be no multi-millionaire unified world champion. Just you notice you only hear about bare knuckle boxing when you have a certain type of name in there.
Exactly. Yeah.
You don't hear it on the regular shit. Like no one gives a fuck about that.
Yeah, the only time it is unless they go viral, like that chick that got fucked up. All in interviews. Well, Broad had free plastic surgery and shit, nigga. Like she was out there like all fucked up in the game and shit.
I don't know how women would want to do that shit. Like,
yeah,
there was one. I know the girl from UFC. I think her name was Paige Van Zant. She's kind of she's pretty hot. I ain't gonna lie, but she was like,
I know you talking about. Yeah.
She found her segue into that. She kind of went into that, and she went to wrestling and shit. But it's just kind of funny because like I'm like, you're a little pretty for this shit. You're nice body and shit.
I mean, some people just like to fade. Just
that's true too.
That's true.
Yeah, some people just like to fight, and they'll do it in any fashion. And it's just like.
And some of these women they're more bloodthirsty than dudes when it comes to fighting. So
yeah,
and you be thinking it'd be the pretty ones that be like, oh no, can't get
no, absolutely not.
Some of them pretty chicks, they got the heart of a damn.
Yeah, they
ugly chick inside.
Yeah, they're fucking like glamazons and shit. Like they're fucking warrior princesses, nigga. Like,
I like that. I like that. Yeah, glamazons. Yeah, that's how they be. They be on that shit. Like, you think they all super pretty and dainty, but they'll fuck your shit up.
Well, real quick to Anthony's second and last question about the NBC. I know Boxer. I was watching some of that card on Saturday. Boxer is on the Peacock app now, so it's kind of. I don't know if you want to count that because that's NBC, the Peacock app. But I don't know if you want to count that.
What would be the dream celebrity boxing? I don't want to see no celebrity boxing really. Like, we have the misfit shit and stuff like that. Like, I'm good with the celebrity boxing. Like
the only time that celebrity boxing shit works, so they gotta find a better vehicle to present it. If you literally had the celebrity boxers or the influencers, whoever, actually legit train with real boxing people for at least a month or maybe 3 weeks, and you get to see that they're training this, that, I think that would work better. I wouldn't mind it. But just to see random niggas just celebrity box, if they're not on the level of Blueface with it,
like Shaq from De La Hoya type shit, back in you saw something.
Yeah, the Shaq. I watched that. That shit was cool, but that's 2 athletes, Yeah, no. Even Shaq with Shane Mosley because they fought too.
Yeah, I'm talking about shit like I still remember when they did Manute Ball and William Refrigerator Perry, and that was a horrible watch. You know, they did this, and then they did Screech and the dude from Welcome Back, Cotter, and fucking I think was it Tanya Harding and somebody else like
Tanya Harding. Yeah, she was in that. Yeah, god damn, this nigga was bringing back the old school nigga.
Yeah, I'm bringing all that shit back, bro. Like, yeah, I remember watching the show. I'm like, and Tanya Harding was the one that actually whooped some ass too.
Yeah, she did. She did.
Is Tanya Harding the one that attacked me or got the knee attacked? I was get confused.
She was the one that did the attack. Oh, she didn't attack. She said she was the master.
She set it up. She set it up.
She set it up.
Nancy Kerrigan's the one who got her knee fucked up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember Tanya Harding could. She was scrapping, and so was Screech. I think Screech put his foot in somebody's ass too. Like that was.
I remember
that.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, but yeah.
Because even the shit like that when we seen Sticky Fingers get beat up on MTV.
Oh,
like,
he got beat up bad. He got beat up bad.
You gotta do shit like that where you match up niggas like okay, like you just gotta know like you need honestly. You need a legit matchmaker for some of these influencer celebrity type of fights. I think when niggas start realizing like, yo, we could do it better and make it better and make it more enjoyable, and we could kind of do something where regular boxing fans won't mind and shit on it as bad. And it's like, okay, when somebody finally takes it to that level, it'll blow. And boxing and regular boxing will blow up too. It just you need a better vehicle to present this celebrity shit. Like I couldn't give you any. The only fucking celebrities I want to see box these niggas is Ring Gang. I'll put all 10 Ring Gang niggas against whoever celebrity motherfuckers y'all want to make a card with. Like that's it. That's how I'm gonna answer the question. If y'all got a nigga 6'4", I got like 3 motherfuckers 6'4". Y'all niggas got niggas 6 feet 6'1". I got like 3-4 niggas like that. So fuck it. Like nah, that's it.
Word. And then I know Anthony. He also mentioned something about Stevenson. Did you guys opinions change of Stevenson if he hypothetically gets knocked out by Edwin De Los Santos?
Wow.
I mean, it wouldn't change my opinion of him. Like it would just be like, no, nigga got caught. Like it was not like Stevenson is a hype job. Shakur Stevenson is far from a hype job.
So if you got knocked out, I mean, that's a bad look no matter what, you know. I mean,
it's gonna be definitely a bad look
because motherfuckers
a lot of niggas is probably gonna be like,
because Shakur's supposed to be, you know, the pound for pound, you know, eventually go to welterweight and pick up a belt, that kind of guy. So if he loses, you know, it stops
all of that. He's gonna try to get an immediate rematch. Dominican dude gonna have all the damn victory lap. It's gonna be like Crawford on steroids or something.
Yeah, like, Dominican Joel, like that motherfucker.
Yeah, it's going.
You see Dominican Joel out there like fucking Bobby Brain Heenan and shit.
It's gonna be crazy. Like it's boxing, anything could happen. I doubt this happens, but I still respect Shakur. It's just I'm gonna be like, nigga, you should have fought Frank Martin. Should have took the Haney fight. That's all I'm gonna say, really. And I fucks with Shakur, but
it basically would be like the boxing gods willed it type of shit. Like we would
it'd be really like boxing gods kind of seen that because Shakur kind of like his name is getting more known for talking shit and hating on everybody and not the big fights. And everybody seems to kind of get into some good fights. And he's just kind of just there looking like he's more skilled than everybody, which is arguable, which is debatable, or you could say because Shakur got skills.
I mean, people are saying he's that guy at lightweight. He's only fought once at lightweight, so I don't know how you're gonna say you can beat Tank and everybody
else. That's what I'm saying. And that's why I disagree with the whole everything people were saying with Frank Martin. It be his bitch, take the fight when Frank Martin got a better win at lightweight than this nigga. 2 better wins.
But Frank Martin though, because Frank Martin though is not out off the hook because we got to see who this nigga's facing first before I go and
that is true. Yeah. But when I look at the opponents he's been fighting, I'm not gonna shit on it like that unless he's fighting somebody worse than his last fight. But Shakur has the bigger name. To me, it's always the onus goes on the guy with the bigger name to take the fight. And it's like, you didn't take the Haney fight, you didn't take the Frank Martin, you fighting this motherfucker. And it's like, okay, cool, but don't act like, if you D him, if you decision this nigga, or don't act like we supposed to just, be like, oh, hip hip hooray, you beat the most dangerous motherfucker. Nah, like We know who we wanted to see.
And with your last comment, I saw Haney's interview about fighting Tank at one. Haney's not going to 135 unless he gets brutally embarrassed, knocked out. I don't see Haney ever going back down. He has the belts for, to maintain his value, but that's about it. I don't see him moving back down. That's just mine.
But he can't hold on to the belts forever. He's going to drop them like
if he beats Regis, yeah, I see him dropping the belts
because it's like he already made this point. Like he became undisputed and defended the undisputed title twice. That's like ain't too many niggas defending the undisputed belt
under 25 years old. I mean, give him a little respect. I mean, under 25 years old.
I give.
But I'm just saying. Period. How many times have you seen niggas defend the undisputed title? Niggas usually win it, and then that's it. They don't defend it. They drop it. This motherfucker defended it twice. Like that counts something for that counts.
Well, I
for
mean,
me.
Jamel won it, over a year and a half ago. He still ain't defended. So
yeah, I think
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think Usyk was the only one that actually defended his undisputed title before he dropped. Before he dropped the belt from heavyweight. So,
and I think he did it just once.
Yeah, he did it once. Yeah, against Tony Bellew. That was it.
And, I think we ain't gonna put Bellew on the same level as fucking Lomachenko. Like,
yeah. But I mean, it is what it is. And then let's see, Siri. When they used to do celebrity boxing all the time, I kind of wish they allowed some of the pro wrestlers like a Steve Austin, Rick Rude, or Big Show on that show. Let's put it this way, because I know P knows this.
Didn't we already see something like that?
Yeah, like brawl for it all, like that shit, and that was a legit thing, and all the wrestlers, pretty much to show that none of the wrestlers really had hands like that, except for maybe one, Bart Gunn, and then Bart Gunn was fed to Butterbean in the legit
Butterbean.
And Butterbean sent his ass into orbit.
I think we got that on the TikTok.
Like, I did too, because I reiterated. I got it on IG too. I had to reiterate that that's a legit knockout. And Butterbean put his brain in orbit like the Sputnik satellite and shit. Like that nigga was in space.
Damn. yo, this nigga killing on the old school references. Like motherfucker said the Sputnik satellite shit.
Yeah, that shit was gone. And honestly, I don't think unless a pro wrestler has a legit boxing background, the whole thing with pro wrestlers is to make sure that people believe that they're legit fighters. So if a pro wrestler, gets his ass handed to him in a fashion from like that, that's gonna kind of kill their draw, their push, or whatever they're doing.
You can't pretend boxing. Like you can pretend wrestling, that shit fake, nigga. But you can't pretend boxing.
Yeah, so like having pro wrestlers and that shit, it's always it has to be a pro wrestler that can fight, like legitimately box. And there wasn't a whole bunch of old school wrestlers that can box.
And see, and that's why I keep saying the importance of having the type of program or vehicle to deliver shit like that. Because I'm sure niggas, if niggas said, look, man, take I gotta remember some boxers that are like take some. If you got a handful of semi-relevant boxers, old, but they're durable enough to do some shit. And you said, we're gonna put you in his house with motherfucking Roy Jones Jr. and Eric Morales for a month. Right. And you're gonna learn boxing and this, that, and then the next month we setting up cards and y'all niggas, if y'all do something like that, that should have worked. People will eat it up. But y'all could just no longer just throw random niggas fighting each other on some celebrity or influencer shit. Like it's getting kind of. Because when you have the casual speaking out about how bad the celebrity shit is, influencer shit is, like it's a worse look because they're the main ones who consume that shit.
Right.
Like hardcore about we can shit on Fury and KSI and all them all day, and it's like, yeah, I feel you, but it's not really for you. But I get it. But when I'm seeing videos with them, like what's his name? The nigga on for No Jumper, Poetic Flacco. And all these other guys making it's like it's different. Like you're like, yeah, like that's how the average person feels. So you just gotta just step it up. Like I'm not one of these old niggas that's shitting on celebrity boxing. I love boxing in any format. I want it to get better and be improved. But certain shit you just gotta know when something peaks. I seen in the little tweet, Misfits. I think they're trying to do a show in the middle of 2024.
I saw that 2024. I saw that too. Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, that's a long enough time, but y'all gotta have some names and just build up to that moment. Like, and I'm glad they said next year sometime, not okay, we're gonna do one in January. we're gonna do one in December. Misfit Christmas, nigga. Like, no, chill. Like too soon. Dan Severn and Ken. Damn, them niggas old as fuck, bro. I don't think they're gonna be. I don't even know if I would want to see Ken Shamrock fight now. Like,
no, Ken Shamrock is Ken Shamrock got KO'd by fucking Horace Gracie. Horace Gracie doesn't have KOs. He got KO'd by Horace Gracie. Like, that's not a thing. Like, I don't want Ken Shamrock shouldn't really be fighting, to be honest. Like,
yeah, like you name it, like Steve Blackman, really, like the Dan Severn, like, come on, Rob Van, like.
Yeah, these guys.
Look, honestly, anybody will work, but you have to get the public has to see some type of basic training. That's the only thing. Like, you need more Jake Pauls if you're gonna keep doing this shit. Like, that's the thing. You wanna see a guy who's gonna at least take it semi-serious. Like I guess more Salt Poppies, like people in that vein,
right?
So that's my only main concern with this shit.
Yeah, I'm just let me go through a couple more of this shit before we get up out of here. Let's see. Okay, so Anthony says, I don't blame Stevenson for not getting the fight with Haney. It was built out of his own mouth. I said during an interview that you have to wait after we beat Loma, but they reneged on that promise to move up to 140. I mean, it's the business. Like, it's what it is. I mean, Haney, it's not like Haney's fighting bullshit. Haney went to 140 to go fight Prograis, and Stevenson has a good opponent, but it's like, you got business has to get done first. Like, Haney did his time at 135. So, I mean, how long do you think Haney was going to keep drying himself out like beef jerky to actually make that fucking weight?
Yeah, Shakur, his name's so popular. He's so big. Like, why he ain't try to make a catch weight or something?
Well, I think he wanted the belt. I mean, it was for the belts, but he wasn't getting, he was getting 20%. I guess. I don't know. It's just kind of like, I think they'll all fight. I think they'll eventually fight at welterweight, hopefully on SCAP down the line, but it ain't happening yet.
Yeah. And then I know Anthony said, did you guys see on Twitter that some crazy Haney fans have his road at 140 planned out? First Regis, then Matthias, then Ryan, then Tio. I mean, hey,
that's like 3 years of fights.
I mean, let's put it this way: if Haney did all that shit and beat all of them, he would be a Hall of Famer.
He's a Hall of Famer. He'd be a Hall of Famer. Yeah.
He'd be a Hall of Famer too. That's
he'd be Prograis. You might say you're a Hall of Famer.
If you go undisputed at 135 and 140, yeah, you're. I mean, two division. I don't care. Sorry,
he has also. Yeah,
I don't care if he's boring. You're a Hall of Famer. I don't know.
Haney's not boring to me. Like,
no, people say that. I'm not saying he's boring. People don't like his style sometimes. I'm just saying.
Yeah. You know what? I just think niggas just don't like Haney, bro. Like, thank God he isn't any lighter, because motherfuckers are really like.
I mean, here's my thing about Haney. I know, because number one, Haney is not, because I know one of the things people complain about is, well, why didn't Haney sign with Floyd, or why didn't Haney sign with PBC? Well, because Haney, PBC and Mayweather Promotions are not known for the best recruiting processes, and then Eddie came with the money and showed him the money, that's why, and then Haney, before that, Haney truly got it out the mud. And I know that's an overused phrase, but that's literally what Haney used to go fight in fucking Mexico and shit, like when he was underage and shit, taking fights like that on some Creed shit, so it's like he used to dude did a lot. Dude sacrificed to get to his position, and I can see that. Anyone can see that. So, and Haney is rich too. Haney's not. I mean, Haney was making serious money, and before he's 25, but he's earned that money. He's earned what he's doing, and I think more people just don't like that for some reason.
Yeah, and he never comes off desperate for fights or anything. Like, he'll talk his shit, but a lot of Shakur really be sounding like, please fight me, and then a lot of niggas ain't like the whole. That you so respectful to Loma, but you talk to these niggas like,
you didn't call Loma a bitch. You didn't call Loma a bitch.
Yeah, and the more you talk, the more niggas could just go in and nitpick the shit that you're saying. So that's why I think Shakur gets out of extra shit.
My last bit on Haney. Haney, look at, I gotta give respect to Bill Haney, his dad, because this guy Haney, when I was first getting back into boxing, I saw Haney on literally having an all access, and he was a showbox fighter. He
was
his own all access as a showbox fighter. Got to the zone, kind of continued his career trajectory. Got the top rank, became undisputed. Now he's back in the zone. Like who at the under the age of 25 or is able to make those kind of moves? So I mean, respect. I mean,
I respect
it taking all the right fights.
Yeah, and like honestly, I mean, you can criticize him about maybe his lack of power and shit like that or something like that, but you can't really criticize because he's one of the young fighters that's actually moving in the way you're supposed to move in your career. Like there's not stagnation. Like you get in bigger fights, you keep getting bigger fights, and this Prograis fight is the fact that they pulled it off. Like that's a huge plus, and the fact that it's selling out, the tickets are going well, all this shit. It has buzz.
Oh, yeah, I heard that shit. Like he got like what 9,000 tickets sold.
Yeah, exactly.
But the P and PBC got to be petty because they're putting the pay-per-view on pretty loaded card the same night. It's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, that's fucked up. So I'm not happy about that.
Oh yeah. God damn. Oh fuck, 2 pay-per-views.
You're doing Thurman Stanionis, I think, and the Cobra Del Rio and the Lara Danny Garcia, I think, all on one card. That's good loaded fucking card.
Man, yeah, that's
fucked up though. It's kind of fucked up.
Yeah,
somebody could have had that pay-per-view on Friday night, man.
Facts.
Like you hoes, like y'all stay doing that shit.
Yeah,
God damn it. See, now I'm gonna have to watch Keith Thurman instead of this nigga.
And I'm gonna watch. I mean, I'm gonna watch the shit on the zone because and I'm gonna watch the PBC shit on my laptop. But it's like there should be no reason like both cards should be going at the same time. Both pay-per-views, like that's fucking insane. Like that's petty.
So it's like you can't even say, "Well, I'm gonna just watch this one because it's free." Like, no, you literally got to pay for both. I said, when's the last time there was 2 pay-per-views on boxing at the same night? Like, I'm trying to think. Like, when's the last time that happened?
I don't know.
Like, I mean, yeah, it's definitely not top. I mean, it might be no. When would it actually be? I mean,
that's what I'm saying. 2 pay-per-views.
Yeah,
hold on. Is it Sergio Martinez and Chavez Jr.?
That was a pay-per-view, but the fight, but it was Maidana and Jesus Soto's Cross. That wasn't a pay-per-view.
Oh yeah. Okay,
that was regular Showtime.
Yeah, that's a good ass fight too.
It was both actually. That was a hell of a night of boxing on both sides too. That shit was dope.
Yeah,
but yeah, no, I can't.
This might be a first. Like,
yeah, I mean,
2 boxing pay-per-views on the same night.
Because usually, if there was a pay-per-view, it was either a Top Rank would have the independent pay-per-views, and then fucking Showtime would have a card and shit like that. But it was never 2 pay-per-views that going out at the same fucking time.
And 2 major like significant fights. Like Haney Prograis significant, Thurman Stanionis significant. All those. So it's like, come on, man. Like, why y'all fucking with us?
Yeah, that's the type of shit that like I was like, yeah, that's petty shit. Like. One of them could be a Sunday fucking pay-per-view or a Friday pay-per-view. Like it don't.
Yeah,
really
y'all got 3 days to choose from, and y'all just circling on Saturday.
Right, and I'm just like, geez, like I mean, I really want to focus on one fucking card, but yeah, 2 pay-per-views is like, yeah, now I have to focus on it because fuck, the fuck am I gonna do? I have to focus on both. So yeah, that's some hoe shit though. So seriously. Because but like I said, because Haney and Prograis is selling in the way that they need to, so yeah.
Who you think is going to sell more, the PBC card or the zone?
I mean, right now the zone one may actually has burn like Thurman Stanionis has to kind of bubble a little bit, and it hasn't really bubbled like that. I mean,
you ain't got no private schools in that fight. So
in terms of pay-per-view buys, I mean, yeah, I think PBC maybe in terms of pay-per-view buys, because I feel like Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman are have been on pay-per-view many times, and their names, I don't know.
Well, with Thurman's actually fighting a good opponent. Danny Garcia is fighting a 38-year-old lower. Like, I mean, that's.
Title fight. None of these fights deserve to be pay-per-view.
Neither really a pay-per-view.
Neither should be pay-per-view at all. Like, but at least Haney program. Like, it's a high level fight. They're both like, and I fuck with it. Like, there's not like that's a tough fight.
See, it almost feel like they're the more relevant card or fight because everybody's kind of been active, kind of been out there. You've been seeing them on Twitter, whatever, commercials, this, that, press conferences. Yeah. Stanionis Thurman, that just seemed like it's been like an urban legend for like the last 2 years. And then somebody said, you know what? You know, Bigfoot's real, nigga. Like, he gonna be there December 16th. And you're like, oh shit, really? Like it's something that you thought might exist, might happen, but you thought that for a couple years until now it's happening, and it's like, okay, but a lot of shit happened by during that time, and we got this now here too. So
yeah, and the thing with the PBC one is a lot of them are just been wild and active. Like at least a minimum is like at least 14 to 16 month inactive. Like
that's a hard minimum.
Yeah, I'm serious. I mean, nigga, that's what it is, bro.
I feel bad fucking going a week or two without boxing, and these niggas going damn near 2 years. Like, how the fuck y'all do this shit?
Yeah, it's one of those. I think that's the thing with the pay-per-view one. Like Keith Thurman still has a little bit of his name value and everything like that, but is it gonna be enough to carry this whole pay-per-view to that pay-per-view, like to that point? I think. I mean, that's where at least Haney and Prograis have been trending for quite some time. Once the shit has been out, the shit has been trending. Everything is trending in that direction for it being a more relevant fight because they're still. One's a champion, they're both champions too. So it's like, yeah.
And it's a fight. It's a big fight that was talked about and it was made in a timely fashion. It wasn't the whole urban legend Thurman, Stanionis, Boots, Crawford, Spence, round table of names for the last 2 years.
Right.
Where you just kind of like the wheel of fortune just spun. It's like, oh, Thurman Stanionis. Like, I fucks with that. It's because niggas were still complaining. Motherfuckers still wanted Thurman Boots on some like, nah, nigga. You're not gonna escape that easily. Like Stanionis ain't hard work. Like,
but Stanionis, like he had the Virgil Ortiz fucked up his whole year. I know he got hurt first or whatever, but he ain't fought in like last time we saw him was on the YouTube prelims for the Spence Ugas fight. You know what I'm saying? I know Thurman ain't fought since February, so it's like 2 minutes. I mean, it's still intriguing as fuck, but coming off 14-month plus layoff main events, like
both these niggas.
Yeah, Danny Garcia hasn't fought since was it September or was it or earlier this? No, it's July.
About a year. It's got to be at least almost a year, right? Because that fight was against Jose Benavidez, right?
Yeah, and Laura hasn't fought in even longer than that. Motherfucker. Last time he was on Fox when the last time he fought, and Fox don't even air boxing no more.
Was that when he knocked out Spike Sullivan or the Cornbread or whatever?
I think it was it the Cornbread one? I'm trying to think.
I thought he knocked out Sullivan after. I thought.
Yeah, I mean, I think they were both on Fox. Either way, nigga, I think they were both on Fox. So that's why it's just like there's a whole bunch of inactivity, and you try to put that on a pay-per-view. Like Showtime should. I would think Showtime would try to cut their costs, but not to make pay-per-views. Like you can put that on a regular ass Saturday night. And that
would have been a fire triple header. Like I don't like, and they would have went out with a bang. The pay-per-view. I just gotta say, it's like it's bad logistics. Like the Haney shit, like y'all already know that's popping and that's buzzing. Like sometimes I feel like some of these promoters, these industry niggas, they gotta look at the overall health of the sport. Like, how does having 2 boxing pay-per-views on the same night help the sport?
Right.
And it's not like it's an influencer pay-per-view and then a regular boxing pay-per-view where you kind of make everybody happy and niggas could just choose. But y'all niggas are y'all making motherfuckers choose between like, damn, do I want to save my uncle or my aunt? Like,
word.
Niggas like the house burning. Like one of you motherfuckers like, damn, like I bought you that PS5, nigga. Remember? But I be cooking the oxtails every weekend, nigga. Like, you up here like, what the fuck? Like,
I'm not gonna pull that because I know they got Andy Cruz on that. They got Ebony Bridges, Andy Cruz, and pretty decent, chief support.
Like Eddie cooked up a decent undercard for that shit. So it's like,
finally, shit, it's his job. Like, nigga throw Bridges on a damn pay-per-view. Like,
hey, a big-titted Australian, that has a tendency to brawl. Like, you gotta attract the masses.
Like, yeah,
bro.
fuck it. Like, we gotta.
Yeah. I think Eddie just wants another reason to leer at her and try not to leer at her when she does her fucking weigh-ins and shit.
But remember, the zone be so like hoe with this shit. Like they'll put the little. I don't know why they started doing this. It's like it's stupid, and it's like you're like, look, boxing's been around for years. The weigh-ins, like if you don't want to have your body shown, then you don't need to be boxing. But him putting the podium up in front of the women boxers is just Like that's just some lame shit. Like I be wanting them to just be like, and just stand to the side, like here, nigga. Look, like fuck all this shit. Fuck that. You need to see all of this. Like that shit just so like nobody else does it, but damn, Hearn did that stupid shit. Like
Herbie trying to fake look away and shit. It's like it became
like, dude, who cares? Like, nigga, look at the bitch. Like, the fuck, nigga, that's what she there for, nigga. God damn.
Well, like they have Yocasta Val. I mean, that's not Eddie, but I'm saying they had her ass cheeks all up out there. She got paid basically.
Yeah, you see that promoted Golden Boy, and everybody was kept.
They had the good angles. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I ain't complaining. I'm not complaining to come in.
Nah, that's what makes the sport go. Like sometimes, like we see it in rap music where it's just so much bullshit be going on, and it's like it seems like people just do everything and try to just see what hits and is successful. Sometimes that happens in boxing, and the powers that be don't realize it. So when something good happens, they'll run with it, but they're not learning from it. Like, okay, how we do this again? They'll just be like, oh shit, we hit the damn jackpot, and let's show this Mexican show the ass all over the place. Like, not looking at it like, okay, how we gonna set this up some more? How we gonna do this? Make this a thing? How we could damn accentuate this, that. Like, so that's the shit I'm on. Like, they need to be on that. But overall, we'll see how it ends up. I really don't want them niggas to do pay-per-view, but they fucking got
right. Like, I mean, I'm hoping that they do something. I mean, unless if the pay-per-view is like early in the afternoon, they do a different time. I mean, it'll be a lot of boxing at the time, and again, it'll be kind of crazy. Like either way, 2 pay-per-views doesn't benefit anyone. So it's like, even if they move the time up to an earlier time or some shit like that, at least so there's not overlap. But yeah. There should not be an overlap like that. That it's horrible, and they shouldn't encourage that. So, but yeah, I guess we'll see how it goes. We'll see how that because I'm pretty sure Thurman stand-outs will probably be announced probably in the next couple of weeks or so.
Yeah, officially, and then officially put that motherfucker on Showtime Championship Boxing. I see 2 more comments from Anthony. That I know we wrap it up. Is there a nickname for a boxer that you guys felt never really fit the style of boxing they did throughout their career? Oh wow, like damn, dude, you be having some questions. Like, I don't know. There's plenty of dudes with trash ass nicknames that don't fit their style.
I don't know if Shane Mosley was the right lineage of Sugar. Great fighter. I don't know if Sugar was perfect for Shane Mosley, but I don't know.
The power and the speed, I'll allow it.
Yeah, that's true.
That's better than Hit Manhattan. I don't know how the fuck they gave him. Like, yeah, it goes together, but I never seen Ricky as no Hitman.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, or someone that they try like this. The one fighter that I always thought that they just no nickname ever fit was Lennox Lewis. I remember they tried to give Lennox the Lion, and I'm thinking to myself, nah, that didn't work. Like
the Emperor, because that ain't work either.
Yeah, Lennox was just too fucking laid back as a fighter. I mean, when he showed like viciousness, he was vicious, but Lennox was not that type of fighter. Lennox was very cerebral, especially after he got knocked out by McCall. That's why I was like, they tried to give him the line. I'm like, nah, it's not no lion. Like that, it doesn't work.
Lennox Lewis really don't have no nickname, really.
Yeah, exactly.
What nickname could you give him? Because none that they gave him worked. Like,
yeah, no, like they don't ever call him, but they call him Lennox Lewis. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's it. Like, with Evander, niggas the real deal. Tyson, Iron Mike Tyson, Kid Dynamite. Like, I mean, but you're not getting these Tua, man. Even John Ruiz got quiet, man.
Yeah, no. Yeah, like you think, I mean, even like the B level, like heavyweights of his time, like Oscar Maskayev, Big O, shit like that. Corey was the sniper. Yeah, some shit like Corey Sanders was sniper. Even the Klitschko's had cool. Bird. I mean, rapid fire. Even the Klitschko's had cool nicknames. Dr. Iron Fist and Dr. Steelhammer.
Yeah, those are hard nicknames, but
badass. Like, that's names. Like names got to be hard, nigga.
Yeah, like Ike the President Ibiabuchi, like shit like that. Or Bazooka Ike, Ike Cortez,
That jab was. But Oscar the golden boy because basically like he kind of inherited from Sugar Ray Leonard as being the baby face media star darling
coming from the amateurs in the Olympics.
And
remember he got the gold medal.
Yeah, and if you and also, kid, like if you ever see what you watch the documentary on him on HBO, at least part one, that shows the positive stuff. The part two shows all the degenerate shit that he got into. But it showed why Oscar was, and me, LB, we all gave him like Oscar props, like why he was the last true American draw. Like you can say what you want to say about him now, but there's not too many people that had the type of career that Oscar De La Hoya had, when he was fighting. Like dude was legit draw as anything. Like Brock carried the sport.
And he always made the fights that people wanted to see when they wanted to see them. That's the thing that's missing with the hardcore boxing that the influencer people got right. If they know two names were buzzing, they made that fight happen and they promoted the fuck out of it. Boxing is always on this. Hold on, nigga. It's like I'm the A side, you're the 8.5 side, you're B side, this side. I gotta walk into the ring first. No, I gotta come into the ring second, but on a helicopter, nigga. No, I gotta walk in there on an elephant. Like it's always a little bullshit. Oscar, that shit wasn't going on. It's like if he was the dude and there was a group of people saying, "Look, man, Oscar, that's the biggest fight out there." I don't know how it would happen. It would just made, and we would have an event that year. But
yeah, like honestly, Anthony, you need to watch the Oscar documentary that's on HBO Max. Then you'll understand why Oscar was called the Golden Boy. Like like his nickname fit him perfectly. Like so it's like, I mean, Tito was just his nickname. Felix Trinidad, people just know as Tito. I mean, that wasn't that. It wasn't a boxing nickname, just more like that's what he was called. Like
Tito.
Yeah,
I've seen that with all three of these guys. It's very creepy when I see Bob, Al, and Eddie just leer at the female fighters like the piece of meat. That's the thing. Like no one, like no one's telling you to be damn undressing these bras with your eyes. Just they there. You look like that's cool, and you just do your regular things. Like these, like you're not supposed to be up there. Like
the
creepy fucking look. I don't even like that look. I don't like bitch. Look at me like that. Like the fuck is that? Like, like that's crazy. That's weird shit. Because I'm thinking like, damn, like, like that ain't the just I want to smash look. That's the I want to smash, but then wear your clothes in your closet. Hang up pictures of me, and you're like, this is weird shit. So I get it, but. God damn, are we animals? Like, damn, y'all can't have pretty women around and revealing clothes and niggas just normal? Like,
yeah, I mean, Tito was Tito's one of my favorite boxers, yeah. But sometimes Hispanic boxers, I said they get away with it, but it comes off naturally with the nicknames like Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Just sounds so gradual.
Well, Canelo's just because this nigga has red hair and shit.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like certain Hispanic nicknames just come off so smooth. I ain't gonna hate none of them.
Yeah, a lot.
El
Terrible, yeah.
Like that's one of my favorite damn nicknames for. It's just like like the terrible, like that shit just sound like a damn M. Shalalan movie or something.
Yeah.
Like you seen that? What's his name? El Terrible. Like like they fucking niggas up in that movie. Like bro, like I ain't like the ending though.
Yeah, like I said, boxers like if a boxer has a bad nickname, it's just because they're like, some of it can be ironic or not or whatever. It's just like and some of them just like I said, no nickname would actually it never stuck, like Lennox Lewis or whatever. But yeah, like there's definitely plenty of fighters nicknames that that just did not stick for for boxers. Like
it gotta say something about either your character as a person. Or something that kind of shows in your style of fighting. So we don't want to see like okay, Ivan Calderon, Iron Boy, like I always felt like that shit was weird. Like
it's like why? Because he ran a lot, nigga. Like what the fuck?
what like Iron Man triathlon?
Right?
I always fucked with Brian Valoria Hawaiian Punch. Like,
Hawaiian Punch.
That's dope. Like.
Yeah, talk about a guy that needs to be in the Hall of Fame. That motherfucker needs to be in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, Brian Valoria, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
How come he ain't in there?
There's a lot of niggas not in. Like, dude, fucking.
Like Roman Gonzalez, Chocolatito, like it's synonymous with like him. Is that's him? Chocolatito. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, but that's a whole nother conversation. Like, because I know it's getting kind of late. I want to talk about it.
It's getting.
I mean, Anthony, like, how Manny Pacquiao got his nickname, bro? Like, really? Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Come on.
But let's wrap this up.
This is a wrap. Like,
I gotta get to bed, bro. So, like, some final thoughts. Hey, Pilot, your final thought?
Not much. Shouts out to Anthony in the chat, everybody in the chat. Good week of boxing coming up, and hopefully we close out the year strong. You know where to check us out at. Ring Radio across every platform imaginable. Ring Gang Radio. That's all I got.
Word. AOP, bro. What's your final thoughts?
You know what it is? Ring Gang Radio all day, every day. So you know where to find us at ringgangradio.com, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. Keep following us. We got some more content coming. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got to say about that.
Word, yo. P dropped the raspiness and all that type of shit. They get like, hey, yo, LB, yo, your final thoughts?
Ring block.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nah, we back in the flesh. We'll be here Thursday. We're gonna review the Offset album, the new album, Set It Off. So y'all niggas make sure y'all listen to it. The album's dope. So we gonna get back on the music reviews. We've been ranting because a lot of shit been going down lately. A lot of crazy shit. Niggas getting hit with bricks, fucking submarines getting imploded, and the fucking tiger sharks fighting niggas, like alligator, all types of shit. So we got to speak on it. You got thirst traps, viral tweets, body counts. So we speak on it, but like we love the music, so it's time to kind of bring that back. We haven't had one a music. We've had music, but we also gonna bring back the album battles.
Yeah, exactly.
And I got a new one I'm gonna drop too. We gonna do as well.
And then we're still overdue for R&B one. Cause I know that
yes, that's dope, bro. That's gonna happen. I already started getting all the images together. I'm gonna work on that tonight. So trust me, King P already know what's good. Like he already know. But we definitely gonna do some more battles with like matching albums and shit together. But yeah, so be on the lookout for that. Salute everybody else in Ring Gang. DZ, Prolific Genius 1, PJ the Fight Architect, my nigga Rome, top 5, fucking shooting lights out on these motherfuckers. And my dude Clanarchy, who back in the lab making fucking beats. He sent me 2 clips today. Shit's fire. This nigga like going in, so prepare for some shit next year, 2024. We're gonna end Ring Gang Radio with a fucking bang, nigga. So, but definitely be on the lookout. All this shit on the line. We might get another Pat article, some forgotten fades, forgotten pay-per-views, whatever. But I know he's gonna handle that shit. And we got the cartoon on its way, the Pizza Wars. That should be dropping soon. I gotta I think it's me and Rome, top 5, gotta lay our vocals down, and maybe one more vocal needs to be added, but that's almost done. So yeah, that's just the shit that's on the horizon. So make sure you fuck with everything we do, especially TikTok, YouTube, Twitter. You already know what it is. I'm passing back off to Pat Scorpio so you can take us away.
Yo, thank you, LB. So yeah, man, I have nothing more I want to say other than where it is. Like we're everywhere. Google us. Go to the website, and especially our YouTube. Again, we appreciate the engagement. And especially I'll shout out the one person in the comment for the Rocha Santillan one that says learn how to pronounce the names. And motherfucker, you learn. We'll learn how to pronounce the names when you grow fucking hair, bro. I seen your video.
Hold on, someone said that shit.
Hell yeah! I made sure I approved it and I posted it because it was filtered. Bald head motherfucker, man.
Who was it?
Hold on, in the chat right now?
No, not in the chat, nigga. In the video, bro. The preview for Rocha and Santillan.
Oh, learn how to.
I mean,
that nigga's a sucker dick.
It is Rocha, but whatever.
Rocha, Santillan, like it's in Santillan. That's So yeah, but either way, grow some fucking hair. Then you want to get some, and then we'll pronounce.
You bald fuck.
I know.
Like, and we say all the time, like, yo, we apologize for any names niggas mispronounce. Like, we talk boxing. This ain't goddamn English history grammar, nigga.
Right. Looking like
Don't
a straight motherfucker looking like a straight up fetus, man. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, the fuck out of this ring gang, nigga.
I'm saying,
spelling gang, ain't spelling bee gang, nigga.
Yeah,
ain't hooked on phonics gang, nigga.
Yeah, fuck out of here, yo. But yeah, I had to make sure I, give them a couple of bars. But yeah, on YouTube, man, listen, like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, and then we'll all be friends. And you feeling a little generous, you see the banner going, donate to our PayPal and shit like that. We trying to we close to getting the super chats and everything. Again, look up, that'll be a good look. So yeah, just keep fucking with us and keep spreading about Ring Gang, and yeah, man, like, we'll be on our way, So for ourselves, like Pat Scorpio, the New England representative, for LB Shuttleworth, the God, the GOAT artist, for King P. Bodega P, and for Conscious Pilot, this has been another wonderful episode of Real Talk, where, as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. So until next time, peace.
Tell everyone.